Oh man, is that time again already? Oh man, it's time for some games, everybody. Man, we had a great time today in Satisfactory. We were crushing it, bro. Crushing it. We also had a fantastic time yesterday rocking some 7 Days to Die. And today we're going to have some more fun doing some 7 Days to Die. Then tomorrow, all day at 76. That's right in the morning and in the evening. And then checking out the new No Man's Sky update as well as the new DLC for Outer Worlds. Man, we got lots of stuff to do, don't we? We got a lot of great stuff to get going on. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to get into it. We're going to do lots of glass today. We might tear down that house that's across the way and extend out our base as well. So we're just going to kind of go back before those two things. And we're almost day 50. When we hit day 50, I'm taking the thing and turning them up to 11 max settings of hardness in the game, and that is going to be crazy. That's going to be super fun. So we're going to get into that. So let's see who's in the chat right now showing some love. We got Sita in there, Riverdog in there showing some love. We got Nowzerin also coming in. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. Jammer coming in. Jammy. I was just getting my kids in there, jammies. They're getting in bed, going to sleep. Red Raven coming in as well. Good to see you, Red Raven. Thanks, everybody, for coming in and hanging out here in the stream. As always, I appreciate you all hanging out, having a good time. I feel like we're going to really crush it today. I say, you know what? Screw it. Let's just get into it. All right. All right, all right. Let's go ahead and get the password in there for my peeps. Always got a lot of buttons to press. Right over here. Wow, that's loading. Come on, mouse. Okay, weird double clicking selection action there. Bam. All right, password is up, ready to rock. Let's do this. Okay, now as you can see, we were reworking the base, and I have upgraded it all to cement here, which is awesome. We even figured out how to fix that top part up there. And check it out, it's made out of glass. Super cool. Now, of course, we have to go through here and repaint a lot of this because we did upgrade it, and that's okay. I'll sweep back through and repaint it all again, but this side's been painted and upgraded. We also added a bit. Oh, look at this over here that need to be repaired. We went in and put some more chemistry stations. We went and fixed all this up. And we're starting to work on the second level as well. You can see we got some concrete going there. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this whole second level as well as. Plus, we also have the sky up here unlocked so we can see our trees up there, right? That's for our trees. So we go up and we plant our trees, and it will let us know when our trees are full. Now, we just had Horde Night, so the best thing to do to get started is to plant some trees. So let's go ahead and get that going. And let's see, pine seeds or oak seeds. Let's do pine seeds. I like doing the pines, and the reason why I like doing the pines, where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Got to go this way. The reason why I like doing the pines is they are a lot thinner and don't widen out as much at the base. And these are just for wood up here. They have a whole nother thing that they've planted that is for all their other stuff. And so we're going to go ahead, just straight up, after every Horde Night, we're just going to straight up plant this right here. Now we're going to get back to the forges here in a second, try to get all those going. But this is something we should always do. Johnny on the spot. Every single Horde Night right there. And we've got these perfectly set in such a way that we can put them in there. Now look at that. It's cool. It's in glass. First time I've ever tried that, by the way, putting that in glass. Another thing that I tried for the first time was to put the garden around the trees. But the problem with the trees is that the limbs go really low, and so they kind of block the garden. But it is actually a good idea to put trees in there and then let them grow, and then come back and take them out when you need that wood. So it's a good to do a combo if it's not blocking like your view of your base and all of that stuff. That can be a big old issue. But we'll get into all of that stuff and updating that a bit more in a bit. But one of the things I always like to do when I log in is go right to my forges, see how my forges are doing. Looking pretty good. We need tons of iron in there. Let's go ahead and stack a bunch of that. If I can just do this. So I got to put one in. And then I could just grab the iron. Aha! See, I'm starting to learn my combos. That's pretty cool. If you double click that thing, it only puts in there what's already in there. And I didn't have any clay in there, so I just put that in there. Neato. Neato. So trying to learn those combos. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put this up there. Get rid of that out of there too. And we'll put that back in here in a second. Put this in here. That in there. We'll come back for all of that. Now what we're trying to do right now is do a bunch of steel. We're going very, very heavy steel right now. And that's because we're trying to upgrade the base big time. And we're just going to double iron that up to use up the rest of that iron. And that's going to let that run like that. Let's do it. Something I do every time I log in. I got a bunch of ammo on me I don't need right this second. Let's go ahead and... Oh, wrong box, wrong box. This is our AP box. We'll put all that back from Horde Night. Right, like that. Gonna put all this back. Rockets. And let's just put this over here. Alright, there we go. Freed up our inventory a little bit. Makes it easier for us to get everything queued. Let's go ahead and get some clay. There we go. And get that going there. And now we're looking good. So we got some more of that going. It's going to take about a minute to get that going. And we'll wait for that. Let's get another minute and 6 seconds. And those are all cute. All right, now onto our brass one. Right now it's not doing anything. It's running out brass, so that's good at least. But it's not really creating anything because there's no brass in there. A little bit of brass here, so let's go ahead and just have it stack that there. Let's just take this out, put a nice full stack in there. It doesn't really do us any good to run that in there. A little tempted to run some iron in there, so let's just run some iron because our clay is maxed out. Run some iron in there and let it run. Over here we got tons of lead. This is really doing absolutely nothing. It's doing 0 right now. Let's go ahead and turn that off. So if we need that lead, we know where it's at. Or actually, maybe we'll just melt some iron down in there as well. Let's do it. Now, see, the great thing is we melt that iron down in there. We can also use that for forge iron and also for our steel as well. So let's go ahead and melt that down. There we go. And we're going to basically, all the forges eventually will have all of the resources except for brass. Brass is one of those things that very rarely do you be able to put in every single forge that you have. Unless you're making an obscene amount of dukes, which we kind of are right now. But really, you just need to focus on one and then run it in and run it out, run it in. Because really, most of the time, the only thing you're making is the bullet casings and whatnot. Now, we're going to go ahead and have this run out, not jars. We're going to have this run out our bulletproof glass here. Now, it's going to run for a good 47 minutes. We got 100 of them right there. There's 19 right there. What do we need? Lots of iron. Just happen to have some. Boom, there we go. More glass being run out here. Oh my goodness, 69, 40 minutes there. And again, that's why I love running stuff in there so I can queue it for long periods of time. We're going to let that go. It's also getting low sand. So that's whenever it gets low on something, that's the thing I switch to because it's just more efficient to do it that way. And so we're going to go ahead and put some sand in there. We're going to set it and forget it. That's what we do. Over here, same thing. Getting pretty close to being maxed out, so we'll queue some more of that. We can also go ahead and work on our stone. We'll take that stone out. We'll get some stone here, and we'll go ahead and match all of our stone. Stone is something you just never want to stop running. This is just something you just want to go and go and go. And in that effect, here's what we're going to do. We're going to really step up our stone forges, and we're going to go ahead and really put a bunch of stuff in there today. There we go. All right, we're just going to have our stone forges super pumped. Let's go ahead and grab this down to here. Turn that off. And we're going to super do this like a double. That's like a double stack right there. So that's just going to run and run and run. And the same thing over here. We'll take this out. Oh, we got too much stuff on us. Now, they got a new feature of the game where you can go down here and I can just double press this. And it puts it back in there, whatever it has in common. We go ahead and grab a bunch more of the stone out. Makes it really nice. Or you can just shift left click like we do before. That still works. And then the sort button now is in the middle. You haven't seen it in the update. And now we've got that nicely stacked. And now we're going to have to do our little splits again here. That's okay if we have to do that. Turn that off. Take that out. Put that in. Along with our stone. Like this. And then cue up that cement. Take this out. Now we're off and running. That's going to be running for a good amount of time. Same thing here. 1500. This one you really get serious about running stuff for a long period of time. And I like to let it run all the way to 30,000 and then run it back out again. And that's about 3,000 every time you run it out. And that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Put that in there. Take this out. 6,000 and 6,000. 1,500. Put that back in there. There we go. Turn that back on. Run that cement. Nice. Same thing here. I'll go ahead and just start that cement. Take this out. Back all these up nicely. Right there. Alright, very nice. Now we got a bunch of cement on us here. We'll put that back a little bit. Wow, we got tons of that still doesn't even go in there. We gotta create another box now. I'm gonna put it in the building box right now. But we literally, if we wanted to keep all that steel, we'd have to create another box for the actual steel. That's a good problem to have. That's a good problem to have for sure. Alright, over here, we're gonna go ahead and put our stone back in. And we're gonna let that run out nicely. Okay, up here, same thing. Take the stone out. Put the stone in, let that run out. Stone over here, off with this. This in here. Whoop, whoop. Let's take the whole thing. There we go. Run that into there. Double check that we've taken everything out. Down here. And that is going to run for a tremendously long time. Perfect. All right. Awesome. Then back down here, we're going to double tap this. Now look at this. This whole entire box is full. Now this box should really never be full. You know why? Because if we have a ton of sand and a ton of stone and a ton of this, we should be able to run this stuff no problem. We're going to do it right here, except for we got one little problem, and that's we have too much already in there. So we're going to go ahead and tell it to do 6,000. We're going to select all, Command A or Control A to copy, or select all, Control C to copy, then hit Mix. Then it's going to take some of it out of our inventory, which is going to allow us to now take this output out and put it over there. And we're going to put our finished concrete in here. Right like that. Easy peasy. There we go. And then we're just going to do the same thing right down the road here. Take all this out in this case. Then paste that number. Mix that onto the next one. And you get the general idea. And paste that. Oh, only 5,000 there. That means we probably ran out of sand, or we ran out of concrete itself. We ran out of concrete. So let's get... Oh, not that. Don't need that. Let's get just the concrete in there. There we go. We're going to go ahead and fix this last one here. We're going to stop it. Grab what we got. Paste that in there. Nice 6,000. Now, why do I run 6,000? 6,000 is as much as it can fit in the output before it will stop. And so we don't want it to stop, obviously. Want to keep on keeping on. Oh, look at this. You know, a whole box full of concrete there. I love to see that. I love to see it. Now, we're going to go ahead and take out the rest of this. Like this. Maybe a little more stone. We've got 5,000 stuff there. Oh, I'm going to drop some cement there. Drop some stone because we were overburdened when we grabbed it. And so it wouldn't let us grab anymore. All right. Can we get 5,000? No, we can only do as much crushed sand as we have. So that tells us that what we want to do next is a ton of crushed sand. And we'll go ahead and do this. And then, boom, we're going to do 10,000 there. And then over here, we'll grab a lot of this. Oof, that's awesome. That is awesome. And double tap that. Over here, we're going to use a lot of this in a bit. And you'll see why. Let's go ahead and put all of these in there. We'll come back to all of that fun later on. Let's go ahead and grab that glass out of there. We're going to need that later on. And so we're just kind of queuing a bunch of things up simultaneously. That's going to run for a couple hours. That's going to run for about an hour. And that's still going about 38 minutes. We're going to let that run. Up here, we don't got anything going. So we're going to see how much we can do. 10,000 there. And then again, see, we have a lot of stone. So having a lot of stone in this box does you zero good. it doesn't really help you very much. So you want to have it constantly running in some way. Now what I'm going to do is actually even make this go even more. I'm going to find the other one right here, and I'm going to actually do another 10,000. And then up here, another 10,000. And another 10,000. And so on. Because that's going to run out a whole lot of sand. It's just going to do that for several hours. Along with all of this. Now this actually is also running this, but you know what? Let's just queue up 10,000 after that too, and all of those things are going to be running for at least an hour, up to 2 hours, and I don't have to do nothing about it. Though I do have some more concrete here that I could use, or cement. I'm just going to put one back, and then I'm going to double click this button. It's going to put it all back for me, so I don't have to do the rest of it. Same thing with all the rest of these resources that I have on me right here. I'm just going to double click this. It's going to put it back, because it's already in that box, and it knows that it's already in that box, and thus it consolidates it together, which is awesome. Awesome. Put that in there. In the building box, we'll put our glass back in here. Let's see, we've got a turret and a bunch of stuff that we only use on Horde Night we can take off. Right over here. Put our shotgun as number 1. Put all our tools back on. Like so. Come on. There we go. What else? We got this here. Our 3 tools. Turret back. We're going to need that later on. Maybe we'll do some painting. We'll grab that. Those are food and water. Actually looking kind of nice right now. Going to need all of this. And take these that my trader peeps have gotten, and now we can go ahead and put those in here. I think they were in the top ones that they were missing. One of these over here somewhere. Well, apparently they put them in there, and they put extra ones in my thing. Right there? Huh. Sometimes, they actually got me extras. Alright, those are extras. Alright, awesome. Looks like they're already in there. We're going to put them up there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to say the bellows here. We already did that, so we're going to go over this one. We're going to copy that one. And then take this out. That's the most important thing in this thing on the wall, is to take out the selection when you get it done. Same thing over here with cloth. My peeps crushed it. Let's take it out. Looking good. So now we got all our forges going. We got all of that running. Now let's go look at our mod box over here. Something else that I kind of maintain. I'm like the mod maker. And I'll look around and see what we got. We got plenty of bunker busters, diamond mods. We got a few of that. A little bit here, a little bit there. Barrel extenders we've got. Looks like we need some more rad removers. That looks good. We got plenty of those. What else? What's the other one? There's another mod that goes along with this. There's the iron, there's the bunker buster, and then there's the stone one. Let's go see what the name of that stone one was. Sometimes it goes out of my head. Just one more. Oh, weighted head mod. That's what it is. So actually, that's damage mod, actually. That's not the stone one. Yeah, the stone one, I think, is the iron breaker. Or the other one. Bunker buster. Yeah, bunker buster is the one with the stone. Alright, so weighted head mod is the other one I'm trying to think of. Do we have those in there? There's one in there. Alright, we got one in there. I feel like that's probably good, but definitely some more rad mods. So let's go ahead and make some of those. Rad mods. We're going to make a bunch of those. Forged steel glue. We got all of that. Forged steel. Glue. Mechanical parts and springs. Parts, springs. Alright. Rad mods. Oh, there's a level 5. Very nice. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of these. And again, I like to craft them across one at a time like that. In there. Just so I can see how much longer. Let's go ahead and make a bunch. There we go. We got all of our stuff out of there. Over there. Let's take that chainsaw and put it over here for whoever made that. Yeah, somebody got the chainsaw off. The ability to make chainsaws. Cool. I just noticed that. Because obviously someone made it. See, someone made it there, which means we finally got the chainsaw recipe. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, let's see what we got going in all of this. Gunpowder's still running there. It's like a stack of gunpowder. And a whole lot of that. How's our bones doing? Our bones are so far behind all of this gunpowder, that's going to take a while. Over here, gunpowder. And a bunch of stuff in here we can work on. Very nice. If I go around the things and I pick up all the stuff and I put it where it goes, pretty much my job. Double click that, sort it, very nice. And we got lots of stuff, so we can do lots of upgrading. And let's put one in there, and that's definitely going to be full. But that's okay. I'm going to be burning up all of this stuff today, so it'll be fine. Now, there's something in there that I don't really need. I can also just start scrapping that out, like catwalks or any of this other stuff. But I might need that stuff in a bit, so we're going to leave it in there. We have plenty of paint, plenty of everything else. Sadly, cannot use our solars, but we'll go ahead and go with it. Now, up here, the reason why I take half stacks, also another benefit of taking half stacks, is you can just double click and it will put all the stuff back in there for you after you're done crafting that stuff, because it already has some in there as well. Hey, what's up, Fuzzy? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Hey, Angelic, how's it going? Going great. It's game time. It is. It is. It's time to play some games and have some fun. We're going to get into it. I'm going to talk to my crew here in a bit after I get all my basic starter stuff going. And I like to get all this stuff queued up, and then because they're cross-talking and they're doing a whole bunch of stuff, talking to each other while I'm talking to you guys. And again, we got all that queued. We'll just leave that in there for now. And that's not doing anything, so we're good there. How are we looking over here? Oh, these are still running. That's got hours to go. Very nice. Hour there, hour there. Like to queue all that up. How are we doing back here? Yeah, see, that's a good place to put all that gunpowder, to move all the gunpowder to this back one. And I'm going to make another one that goes right there, too. Alright, and then ammo up here. And again, we burn ammo like crazy, and it's going to get a lot tougher after day 50. And this seems like a lot, but sometimes we'll make 3 or 4 boxes of ammo and burn it all in a single night. That's a lot of ammo. That's a lot of ammo, bro. Let's take the rockets out of there and actually put the rockets over here with the other rockets. There we go. So we can see how many rockets we have left. And we're going to be doing lots of upgrading, lots of stuff with glass today. That's going to be fun. And kind of finishing out the top roof, and then we're going to finish out the top area of our base, and then work on our helipad thing, maybe, we'll see, and then extend our base way out. And I feel like that'll be pretty rock solid for the base. The only other thing I would do would be turrets and power. And definitely I'm going to need to start doing that for a Hail Mary on Horde Night. For sure. We'll have different zones of what we call the Hail Mary, and that's when we flip the turrets on. When we see there's just way too many mobs and they start to breach a certain area, they start to breach our inner bomb wall, that's when we put the Hail Mary on, where all the turrets just come on and just start firing just in case. Because you don't want to waste that ammo if you don't need to, because it burns through ammo like nobody's business. Pretty crazily there as well. So we got a whole bunch of stuff to do. But first things first, we got all that stuff queued and ready to rock. Let's go ahead and take care of our defenses first. And you know what? It looks like I might have them over here. Oh, here they are. Okay. Got that. Got this. Let's just take the trees out for now. Sort that. Don't need to keep that in there. Take this out. We got a triple pocket mod in here somewhere I can put. Where can I put that one? Right there. There we go. Nice. I really could mod the rest of my stuff there, but I haven't got around to it. This actually is a food item right there, the bucket. That's for collecting water. All right. And I didn't use my thing again. I forgot to use my rocket thing again. Well, maybe next Horde Night. Maybe next one. Now, when's the next Horde Night? I got up here on the wall. It's day 49. It's day 43 right now. Now, we're not going to hit Horde Night tonight. I had to pay the price of running over yesterday, trying to get up this morning. I was like, because it only gives me like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Because after the stream, I do about another hour or two of doing videos and managing stuff and copying stuff off so I can do the next stream as well. So I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. A lot of stuff behind the scenes that involves a lot of that kind of stuff. So we'll get into all of that later on. We're going to find our vehicle here. And we're going to finish up our kill box out here. And I think we were working on this side. Yeah, we're on this side over here. Seed over here getting some XP. I think we finished that side nicely. Yeah, we got that side done. We just got this one upper side over here to do. And again, as they come in and they destroy a bit of our base, and they're going to do more and more destroying, the harder and harder Horde Night gets, the more and more destroying of our base they're going to be doing. And that's okay. And again, that's why you'll see me scale up the base for that very reason. Is because they will do more and more damage to it. And as they do that, we'll start to backlog a lot of steel. And that steel will be for upgrading the ground area around our base, because we're going to get more and more demolitions and so on coming in. So I don't like doing the spikes. I always end up falling on them. Let's get all of this stuff upgraded. Again, I'm just excited to get this all upgraded so I can paint it to look like brick. There we go. And we can get all the stuff up above or inside the base. But this is the stuff that's a little tricky to get from inside the base unless you're hanging off the edge. And so we're going to go ahead and get this done. And that'll be pretty much the toughest part of the base. And we've already upgraded most of the levels on the inside. We also have a dual level there on the inside. And what we do is we do basically 2 rounds up above and then 1 round down below. That's pretty fun. It allows us to test out the base and then also allows us to jump down and go full battle mode down below. Very cool. Big time. I need to also, I got to try to remember this. I need to install a power switch, which I meant to get around to on the drawbridge. So I could just flip the power switch off during Horde Night. But I got so distracted by the fact that our solar power doesn't work. It causes our server to become unstable and crash all the time, which is a huge bummer, that I never got around to it. So we'll try to get that in today as well. We'll probably do that next, so I'll remember. Hopefully. All right, all of this is looking good. Right there. And take all that out. Now, by the way, if you guys missed it on my Twitter, I linked a interview with Todd Howard, Pete Hines, and all the Epic people at Xbox. For a bit about them talking about the merger of Bethesda and Xbox, or the combination of the combining of forces over there. So pretty awesome. I bet some people made lots and lots of money. So big props to them for making tons of cash. But those people are already crazy rich. So see, the thing about people who are very rich, those are the people I admire the most. Not because they're rich, but because they still do the thing they love to do after they already have the money to retire. And that tells you something big time. Big time for sure. Why is this triggered on? Oh, it's run from the wrong spot. It just dawned on me. Run from the wrong spot. Doesn't run from over there. It runs from over here. My bad. I think it was me who ran that. There we go. All right. Should only trigger when the piece. That's how people can get in our base that way. They can run up into there and go through there. That's some pretty scary stuff. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go back to working on our concrete and our upgrades and all of that. We'll try to get a lot of that done today. So back here for our concrete. Let's see. We got way too much cobblestone rocks on us for right now, but we'll grab a bunch of this anyway. come back to it. Now, we'll go ahead and look at the lower levels here and see if we got any more upgrades that we might have missed last time. And I think we got all this upgrade. We're going to paint all of this nice so it looks like a house. And no one will know that it's actually concrete. But the whole thing is like a gigantic concrete bunker. Which means instead of it being just, you know, a couple hundred, it is 5,000 strength. So, ain't no mobs getting in there unless a whole bunch of demolition come through. Or, by the way, I've seen just even the lowest level mobs get through concrete if you're not paying attention. If they get in and just start hitting the wall for a while, they will definitely get through concrete. I've seen them do it many a time. So we just need to be diligent if they sneak into the base. All of our doors here are automatics except for this one over here, which is a manual door in case our power goes off, which is pretty easy to do. Or you can just climb up on top and climb in on the second level. A few more to go there. And I feel like we're looking good on that. All right, awesome. Let's go up to the upper floor. Now, the cool thing is here in a bit, when I put in all of this glass, you won't have to run around anymore. You can literally just run straight across over to there, which is what we're going to do. And we're going to upgrade this whole top area. But let's get our awesome little area going here. I really should have put that on that side, now that I think about it. Now that I give it the thinkies, I really should put that over on that side. Maybe I should make... Maybe I should just make a whole level that's just a walkway. And you have like a 360-degree view. Wonder if that walkway is enough to hold that up. Now, our base used to look like this, by the way. It was all burnt up and wrecked and all of that. I kind of feel like I might want to do that. A little addition to that. Now, power switch. Let's just stay on target before we get too off target here. Oh, let's go into the base right over here. Power switch. All right, what do we need for a power switch? We'll make a bunch of them, by the way. Power. Let's see. They're not actually called power switch. They're called switch. Let's see. Forge iron, mechanical parts, electrical parts. I think we have some up here. What is this? This is electric fence post. There's some switches right there. Look, we had all those sitting in there all this time, and I could have just did it. Or I made those, and I just never got around to using them. Probably that second one. Probably that second one for sure. Hey, get up there, you. My guy's got a big butt. Sometimes hard for him to get up there. Now, the reason why I made this like this, the way it is right now, is I know eventually I'm going to add the ability to walk over here. Let's just put some frames down. And this whole glass area is going to go across right here and match up with that other side. And so eventually, during Horde Night, I'm going to be able to go right here and be able to control that from over here. So I'm just going to put a switch there. And instead of it running from there and then on to wherever it's going, I'm going to actually have it go to the switch before it goes over there. So I'm going to go ahead and left click over here, which is going to cut that line. And then I'm going to have it go down to the switch. Now, for every spot in between, you're losing 1 watt. But that's okay. We've got plenty of wattage to do. Now, during Horde Night, we can see right now it's on there. I'm going to go ahead and switch that to the off position. And in theory, it should turn it off. Right now, it looks like it's working. Right there. In which it is, right? Because we're going to switch it that way. Wait for C to come in. And then we're going to switch it this way. And it should stop running the power. Now, why it's not stop running the power, that's a great question. Because that actually should stop running. If I run out here, let's see. Okay, no, it stopped. Because otherwise it should trigger, see? It should see, by the way, the camera should also follow you. There's another way to know it's off. Also, you can roll over it, and it's gray where it's usually yellow where it says 5W for 5 watts. It's gray, so we know it is off. So now we turn it back on. We go ahead and roll in front of it. We see the thing goes down. The camera is now following us, and when we roll over it, it says 5 watts in yellow, meaning that it is getting powered. So there we go. Much easier. Now, I could have put the switch behind that as well. I could have put it back here, wherever I feel like doing it. I'm just going to put it over there because I'm going to have several switches, and those switches are going to be our Hail Mary switches. And I might build like a little tower in the corner, which would be the power to turn those sides of stuff on. Might be blade traps. Might do all of that stuff this time. I don't know. It feels how ambitious I feel like going. But now that we got that switch in, so we don't have to think about that anymore, let's go ahead and go inside here. We're going to upgrade all of this later on. Later on, I'm going to make this all look beautiful. We're going to go ahead and head up into the upper level and work on the glass up here. All right, look at this, how we made this look awesome up here. We learned what all of these pieces were, and we made this into like a little crystal tower up here at the top. That looks cool, bro. I love that. All right, now we're looking good here. Let's go ahead and cut across, and we're trying to decide what are we doing over here. I think we were just going to run straight out. We're running straight out there. I was thinking about bringing it down at an angle, but we're going to run straight out, forward, and then also to the sides. And we're also going to make an access way that takes you directly from up here all the way down in the base. And I kind of feel like it's going to be right here by the stairs. Right there. So it'll be a stair. You just go all the way to the ceiling. So if you also wanted to land up here, you could also land up here. Now we're going to go ahead and see if we got any gasoline, which I don't have. We're going to go back for some of that. Get some gasoline, because we're going to need to break some stuff up. Right here. Let those guys... Oh, I'm done doing my forges. Let me get in with the piece before I forget. There we go. Hey, everybody. Going to be working a bunch on the base. Just a heads up. Gonna be working on the base. I probably didn't even need to tell them that because they already knew that, because that's what I love to do. I love to work on bases. And so we're going to get busy getting it going on. Now we're just going to be replacing the top part of it. We're not going to be replacing all the walls and all of that stuff. Just the top area of the base. And let's go ahead and go this. And let's see, this one can be upgraded. Let's upgrade that one while we're at it. And let's go ahead and fill this in. Okay, now this is going to be some work here to take that out. But I feel like what we're going to do is just work on what we can work on at this point. It's going to be quick and easy. Now, here's the thing. We don't need this chimney anymore, so this chimney has got to go. A little loud. A little loud. Let's get rid of that. Bye-bye, chimney. Now, the fastest way to get anything is just to knock it down.
There's a party invite for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm on it. I'm on it. Bam. I'm actually really ahead of everybody because I've been working on the base a lot. So, XP isn't too much for me, but I do appreciate the reminder. Thanks. All right, let's go ahead and take this out. So, one of the things that is a bit OP, I feel, in this game is the XP that you get from building. I feel like that should be a shared XP when you're building. Hopefully, they'll add that. Then when I'm over here building the base and whatnot for the team, because everybody's contributed to it, so I kind of feel like everybody should be getting that XP, and then it would spread across everybody. I feel like they definitely should add that change. And I have a tendency to leap ahead of everybody just because of that. And also because I'm on every single time. But I have a tendency to kind of leap ahead. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I like it when we're all kind of going about the same level. I probably have a bunch of level ups too that I haven't even worked on yet. I got like 27 points. But that's okay. I'll work on that another time. Right now we're trying to get this going. Really need another ladder up to the top part. Let's say right here. I think this would be a good part for a ladder. I probably have some ladders in there, but I'll make about 20 more. What the heck? Keep us from having to run back about 10 steps inside the base. All right, we're gonna designate this as our second level entry area. It's also right here where you come up here, so that'll be pretty nice. There we go. And up the ladders. And they've actually been reworking the ladders, by the way. Reworking those ladders a lot. So that makes it a little bit easier when you're going up and down the ladders. And, oh, we're going to have a glass right there. I'm just filling in the blocks in between all of this. It's actually looking pretty cool. Oh, man, that's neato. I always feel the coolest thing about glass is it gives you an insight into how it was built underneath it. I always find that super cool as well. I'm just going to fill all this in. Again, look at that. It's going to basically put all the light down into all of those rooms. And you can actually, it's like looking down. It reminds me a little bit of Fallout. You know, on some of those Fallout levels, when you're running around, you're up above and you can see down in there and they have like little experiment rooms. That's what that kind of reminds me of right there. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Right there. All right, nice. Now, I'm not going to extend this backwards because this is our main landing area back there in our drop pod area. Our drop box area. So I'm not going to extend it back that way, but I'm going to put it out on the sides for sure. But first I'm just going to finish the top here. And then I'm going to start working on the sides. And this is real easy because you're just basically putting blocks down, squares down. And I could use them as frames or as plates. And I tried plates. I didn't really like it. I think blocks are better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put plates underneath each of these things here so you can see it from underneath as well. So we'll come back and do all of that later on. Right now we're just trying to replace our blocks. We don't want to take out too many as well because then it'll become structurally unstable and fall down. We don't want that to happen either. But if it did fall down, I'd just build it back up again. This is the first time we've put our tree farm on the top of the house, and it was like a moment of genius. I'm like, why have I never put that on the top of the house? That's actually the best place to put it because it's up on top of the house and it's not in your visual way around your base. So it's easy to see from down below. And it's not basically blocking your view around the actual base, which is great. Let's take all of that out. All that out. Put that in. Nice. Okay, now we got to watch out we don't put too many of these in here because we're also going to just keep going with that. Now these right here were power poles that I was using. And I'm going to start taking all this out. This is going to take a minute. And we'll take this one out down below. So this one's easier to take out, and then when I take that one out, boom, it takes that whole entire thing out, which is awesome. And you got a little bit of debris left. Take out the debris, you're good. That's going to be the easiest of these blocks. Got a bunch of harder blocks I got to take out here in a minute. I think I just decided to run this straight across. I think that'll be great. And then it looks like we got some to upgrade down here. Let's go ahead and upgrade that before we cover it. There we go. Nice. Cover that up. Okay, now for the hard stuff. Look at this. Cool. That is very, very cool. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and start with the easy stuff over here. And we can get rid of that debris. That was the other thing I was going to do. We're going to start with this block right here so we can take this pole out of here too. Same thing we just did. Now, whenever you're doing this, this is dangerous stuff to do. You know why? Because sometimes it's that one block. That one block you take out, and even though it should work, it doesn't work. The whole entire base starts to fall down. That would be bad. Though, if it did fall down, we just start over again, do it all over again. There you go. Hey, Rise, how's it going? Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out in the stream. Big time. I'm dropping debris down on their heads down there. Now, another cool thing, also, eventually when I move all of this, is you'll be able to see down here. Now, I can also open up the floor down below if I wanted to, and you can see all the way down in the production area. But we've got the atrium right here that's open, so we can see down in there when people are coming in and out. And also, it brings in natural light down there. I really love this idea. I wish I had thought of this in a previous build, but you know what? Maybe I was just saving it for this one. Well, let's do it. No way around this without taking out the glass first. And it's already 2,500, so if I was to take out the bulletproof glass, it would take the same amount of time as it would to take out these. So, how do you expand so much in only 44 days? I'm on day 12 and just building the wall around the house I took over. Here's the thing. This is how. See these awesome people up here? That's how. Working together, right? Everybody has a role to play. The more peeps you have working together, the more efficient that you are. One person's doing this, the other person's doing that, the other person's doing that. One person making tools, one person doing ammo, one guy doing the trading, one person doing the collecting of the loot, or maybe a combination of all of those things. One person running the base, one person organizing the base so everybody can find the resources that they need. One person making vehicles, one person running glue, another person doing that, or people are a combination of those things. And see, just like working more forges, more people on a task should be more efficient. Sometimes twice as efficient, but with people, it could be even more than twice as efficient. It can be 3, 4, 5 times efficient, especially if you're doing 4 things, right? That's harder for you to do 4 things. You can't do them all at the same time. You do this, then this one, then this one, right? But if someone else is doing it, they're doing this thing, and they're doing that thing, you're doing this thing, you're doing that thing, and you actually are more efficient to the tune of 200%, 400%, 1,000% more. And that's also true in real life, by the way. People are really good at what they do. Not only add double the capacity, but they can double, triple, quadruple. I'm the quadruple kind of guy. And that's why I made the big money. Because I could run out more than 4 other people in pre-press and printing. I was the cat's meow, bro. I was the GG. You need something done? Bring it to me. I'll get it done. That's always my mentality when I was in production, when I was a graphic designer, was you bring it to me and I'm going to do more than anybody else. And that's what I would do. I would just output because I love to do it. See, there's a factor in there when you love to do something, and you also happen to have a background in it. Now I had to earn. See, it's like I didn't have a natural talent, right? I had to earn that talent. I had to earn it by a lot of hard work. It's like the rest of us, right? The people without the photographic memory and the people without the natural talent for that thing where they can just play by ear and whatnot. It's like you got to grind it until you master it, right? Just like when you're playing a game, right? There's those who just like get in there and they're like instant natural, and at least it seems like they're instant natural, but they've really been playing for 10 years and they just don't tell you that. And basically, the rest of us who have to go in and practice and be good at it, right? Those are the type of things that I had to do. And once I got to that level, I'm like, nah, bring it to me. I'll take care of it and whatnot, because I had a passion for it. And that passion carries you into the next thing that you want to do, right? It carries you into being better at that thing. And that's how we do so well. We do so well because we work so well together. We enjoy playing the game together, which is pretty fun. And, in the beginning, we're all working very closely together. Okay, you doing this and I'm doing this, and I'm making workbenches and forges and getting the base organized, and everybody's out running and doing quests and doing all that stuff. And we get in such a great rhythm that at this point in the game, after day 14, we are already, boom, we already got the heavy teamwork stuff, and now we can start to do a bit of the more embellishment stuff, and they can go do their stuff, I'm doing my stuff, and so on. And then when we need to come back together again for Horde Night, we come back together, we look after each other like we did in the last one. If you missed it, watch my VOD on that. That was an epic one where there was this mob, swarms and swarms of mobs. And we were down at ground level, off outside the base, no spikes, no nothing, just out in the bushes. And they were coming in left and right, and no one died. No one died. We took them all out. We annihilated them. In fact, it was like we were chasing them. Not them hunting us, we were hunting them. And that is great teamwork, both in-game and in real life. That is how I do stuff at this level. And my team's kind enough to let me go and do my little thing here where I'm just, making stuff and making the base look nice. Because I know a lot of you watch my stream for that very reason. What kind of mega build is Kismet going to do this time? What is he up to? How is he going to go off the rails? Is he going to cause the whole base to fall down? It's happened before. It might happen right now. We never know. That's why a lot of people basically watch my channel is a bit of that kind of content. So I love doing it, so I don't mind doing it all day, every day. And that's what this allows me to do. So we got people who are doing collecting, who are collecting stuff. I love collecting. I don't mind collecting all day, every day. But there's people who love to do it also. So I let them shine. And my job is to make them more awesome, right? As the leader, my job is to facilitate their greatness. That's it. That's all I do all day. And in some way, like organizing the base and putting stuff into boxes so they can find what they need when they need it, that's facilitating greatness. That's making them stronger at what they're doing, allow them to do what they're doing easier, like making vehicles and all of those things. That really helps a lot. Keeping the forges going, keeping the cement going so we can build our base. We don't have to worry about it while we're in here crafting or cooking or doing all of that stuff. We don't have to worry about mobs coming and overrunning the base while we're doing it. And they're going to start really coming after us. I mean, hardcore. Very, very soon. When that ticker up there, 6 more days, which is basically 6 more hours. So tonight, and then Saturday, and then maybe by next Wednesday will be day 50. But I probably won't click it on until Saturday. So not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday, I'm going to just crank it to 11. It's maximum you can turn the game up to see how it is. And I always play the normal mode, especially in stable. I'll play the normal mode all the way through. And then what I consider all the way through is about day 50. Because you get a good sense of how it plays through, especially with my crew. We just absolutely destroy it. But then we go into really super hard mode, see how it is. Now, why don't I play from the very beginning in hard mode? Because I don't feel it's all that fun in the very beginning to just die over and over and over. Because it does discourage people from playing. Though I have done it many a time. I've started from scratch in the hardest mode. My peeps don't even notice. They don't even notice. I've cranked it up to insane mode. They're like, oh, you turned it on hard mode? Oh, I didn't even notice. And they're just going about their day, just doing their thing. And that tells you pretty awesome. Is this the new stable? Yes. Why did they go to stable twice? My old stable keeps crashing when I load the new one. Pretty annoying. Your old stable playthrough or stable what? What are you talking about? Is your client crashing? Is it because your old save? How long have you had your save? Did you reset, make a new save after stable came out? And whatnot. Now, here's the thing, there, Mark, is that this is an alpha game, right? It's actually a beta game, but I consider it still alpha. It's really called alpha, but some people call it beta. It says alpha 19 up there in the corner, by the way. But I feel like anytime you're playing a pre-release game, an alpha, or a beta game, that if it doesn't work, I wouldn't complain about it too much because obviously it's still a work in progress. Still a work in progress. I don't worry about it. I was like, okay, well, I lost my vehicle. I'll go make another one, right? It kind of sucks when it's crashing. Now, if yours is crashing a lot, here's something you can try that was causing ours to crash a lot, all right? For the longest time, I said, okay, one of these days, I'm going to get around to using solar power. I'm going to put my solar power in, and we went and bought some level 6. My traders are on the point. Went and bought some level 6 solar cells so I could use those. And I put them in, and we started doing it, and then all of a sudden, the server became super unstable. All of a sudden, it just would not keep going more than a few minutes, and then it would freeze, and we'd get kicked out. And freeze and get kicked out. I took the solar out, doesn't have that problem anymore. So that tells you potentially what that issue. Now, it could have been a server problem or whatever it was, but it is most likely that solar. So if you're using solar, take your solar completely out. I mean, take the solar cells out of there, take your batteries out of using a battery thing, and then take the solar thing out, and then run for a bit and see if it's more stable, and come back and let me know. Let me know if that actually solved your problem from us having that same problem. So watch out for that. Now, I never mind restarting. When they come out with a new update, like when they come out with Alpha 20, experimental, we'll switch over to that instead and play that. Because I'm always part of the 7 Days to Die, or I have been all these times, part of the streamer weekend, which is very, very fun. Look at that. That is awesome. I love it. I love it. And we can see right down into the rooms there. Reminds me very much of the Fallout experimental rooms. Okay, now we're gassing them over here. And over here, we're hitting them with electricity. Oh, wait, over here. Where's the other one? Over this way. And over here, we're hitting them with electricity. And over here, we're, putting some FEV on them to see if they turn into a super mutant. And, that's what that looks like. Reminds me very much of that. Okay, and we got all of our stuff there. And now we can also see from underneath whether our trees have grown. Really, the one you want to watch is this one right here. You just walk to the middle, look up, see if they're grown. We can cut them down. Normally, it's about every 3 days. You want to go ahead and cut those down. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. And we're going to come back. We're going to paint all of this stuff and get all that stuff going. Now, over on this side, I see that we were ramping down on this side. I was a little tempted to do the same on this side. But I think I'm just going to run that out. And I think I might do the same on this side. I'm just going to run this out and just straight up take this out and square this whole top level off. All right, we're just going to square that out. We're going to make a choice here. Now, I'm not going to build that all the way out right now because this level up here is not my highest priority level. Oh, we should have put one right there. See, this is 1, 2, 3, one right there. So that's actually where the tree's going to go. We're going to extend that way out on that way and to the front. Now, that's the higher priority right now is actually to do the lower level and do basically what I'm doing here. Look at this. This is all glass covering up our lower level, which is our garden level. And that allows us to basically land here with our vehicles or to park our vehicles up here. Protects our garden down there and also protects the interior of the kill box. This is the Kismet kill box, is what we call this. To protect the interior from animals. Now, when I crank the animals up to 200, which I'm going to do at day 50, then we're going to get a lot of those animals coming in and out. So we got to watch out for that. Now, another thing that I want to do is take down this actual bridge. Now, this is going to be some work, and I should probably just suck it up and get working and get it going. Let's do it. And this is going to take some time. Now, we're going to use some shortcuts. I'm going to show you a fast way to really get this done. It's not going to be that fast, but it's going to be somewhat fast. Faster than doing it one block at a time, that's for sure. First thing we're going to do is take out the ramps on the side. Oh, I forgot to...
Yeah, go for it.
Just a heads up, everybody. I'm going to be taking out the ramp that's just by the drop boxes for right now. I'm going to be replacing with glass. So if you come in here, it's going to be like a work in progress. I like to let my peeps know what I'm up to, so I get it going. Would it be quite worried if this game had FEV? I know, right now, yeah, that would really be scary. Of course, it kind of does. Those demos remind me a bit of Super Mutants. Demolition peeps, aka the bombers. Jammer wants a tip of the hat. All right, this is you, Jammer, right there. Tip of the hat, bro. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out in the stream. And what we're doing is we're taking out our wedges here. Wedges are great for your vehicles. We've also got flying vehicles now, so we don't really need. Someone's going to be in trouble there. They're going to be in trouble there. They're going to have to go out the other way. Or maybe they can jump over. They can try that. But you can actually just pick your vehicle up and just turn it around. I've done that many a time. Many a time. 2 mutant zombies. Good point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what made the ferals? Oh, that's a good point, Rice. Good point. Good point for sure. Now, see, I'm never afraid to go in here and just do all the work that makes this happen. So what I'm going to do is just cut the end of this off. And then basically what I'm going to do is cut the sides. And then the whole middle part's going to fall down. So I don't have to take down every single block. That's going to take a while. The Truth Controller Wolf coming in. Hey, Wolf, how you doing? Yo, Kismet. Yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to have some fun tonight. Now, settle in, everybody. We're doing glass on mass today. We're going to be doing lots of glass work on our base, and it's going to be beautiful. You watch this, bro. Look at this already. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? That's definitely one of my favorite coverings I've ever done. Normally, I do bars because those are cheap and those are fast. But in this case, we're really going to up our game and do some beautiful bulletproof glass over the top of our interior garden. And what we might also do is, once we have this in place, is suggest that he come up here and create an upper level garden as well. So we can go ahead and do an upper level garden around the whole front of the base, so we have a multi-level garden. And then I'm going to put glass over the top of that on the other side as well. So, going to be pretty epic. Pretty epic. And we're not in any hurry for any of that stuff. We're just going to go ahead and get this going. Now, we need to make sure that we do have walkways. We're also going to build what's known as our cage. Our cage is to protect us against birds. And I basically got like 6 days in game to get all this done. I got to get busy. But I love having lots to do, right? The worst part in a game is when you feel like you've run out of things that you want to do. But the great thing about the building is that I always have something to do. Instead of just running the same quest over and over and over, instead of just, collecting iron, which I like to do, and I like to do quests, I like to do all of that. The thing that always brings me back, always allows me to do something different every single time, is the building. And I can try different iterations of it. I can say this, let's try that, let's try this. And that helps a lot. Oh, that already has. Got to repair that. Repair that big time. There we go. So let's keep it going. This is going to be some serious work right here. Going to be totally worth it, though. That's why you have your minor 69er all the way up. Imagine how slow this would be if I wasn't at an auger and I didn't have my minor 69er at maximum. I think I have it at maximum. Let's just double check. I could have sworn I did. Yep, both of them at max. I got 27 points to spend, too. You're like, Kismet, why are you not sending your points? I just haven't got around to it. That's okay. I'm notorious for having tons and tons of points. It's because I do a lot of building. And because when I'm doing that building, I get all this massive XP. Not on purpose. It's not like I'm going, hey, I'm going to just, level past everybody else and show how lead I am. I really feel when people do that, they're like, hey, Kismet, I'm level 907. I'm way better than you. I'm the best and whatever. I don't mind if you come in and say, hey, man, I hit 987. I say, wow, congrats. And they're like, yeah, it was tough, Kismet. But when they try to, they try to put their nose up at you, like, oh, I'm better than you because I'm higher level. I'm better than you because I have better weapons and stuff like that. I feel like that's always a fail. Every time. Every time. When someone ever does that, it actually makes me laugh internally. So if you ever see anybody walk up to me like at a TwitchCon, hopefully we can go to in the future when we can, get past this COVID thing, that someone comes up to me and tells me how elite they are because of the thing and how better they are at me at whatever game they want to tell me how better they are. Because I do have that occasionally. It just makes me laugh inside. I'm like, okay, if that's what your ego is based on, bro, GG. GG. So I don't like to do that. I don't like to do that at all. I don't care about levels. I feel like most games I have to get past level 40 or 50 easy mode. I'm doing meh, lots of going on, and okay. Well, hey, at least you're doing meh, not because sucks. But meh is okay. Maybe some games, playing some games, getting some IRL stuff taken care of. That you got to do what you got to do in your day. At least it's progressing forward. As long as you're going forward at least a little, even if it's really slowly, at least you're going forward and not backwards, because backwards sucks. I've been a few moments in my life where I was doing that, going backwards. I'll tell you, when I got sleep apnea and vertigo, I was going a lot of backwards, bro. A lot of backwards, like I'm not making any progress with losing weight. I'm not making any progress with getting out of this bed every day. I got to find something I love to do. Otherwise, I'm going to be very unmotivated to get out of the bed. And that's what I'm doing right now. Talking to you guys about games, playing some games, taking out some blocks, as you can see. This is going to be some work here. This is going to be a minute or two. Some people act like, meh, it's the worst I can be. Yeah, well, some people are still in that stage. They're still in that young stage where they think, they're better than other people. When they don't realize that the second they do that, the second they try to put themselves above other people, that they're instantly below them. I find that without exception, that when people are talking down about other people, whether their status, whether their wealth, what they look like, what the color of their skin, where they come from, whatever it is, the second they do that, they're the lowest form of human being. They're a level 0 human being. And it takes a lot to level up as a human being. I tell you, it does. First, you got to learn to respect other people. And most importantly, you need to learn to respect yourself, right? That's the hardest. That's the first level. A lot of people never get past that first level, by the way. It's kind of like in game, right? You have different levels that you're trying to achieve. Well, the same thing in life, right? Respect yourself and respect other people. And give them respect even if they don't give it to you. Because, hey, you're not in charge of them. You're not in charge of them giving you respect. You're only in charge of what you do, right? I'm not in charge of who people love. It ain't my job to tell them who to love and who not to love. Hey, that's their thing. Do you go love whoever, right? Love is rare enough, let alone to step on other people's love as it is, right? Me, I just do my thing, right? I do my thing, and I just show respect to people, even if they are rude to me. I'm just like, whatever, bro. Peace out. I sometimes get in those conversations, too. You ever get in those conversations where you're in a conversation, you're with someone that's like, okay, level 0 human being right here. All right, well, nice talking to you. Gotta go. Bye-bye. I get out of those conversations as quick as possible because those are seconds of my life that I'm wasting. Because I don't like to sit there and try to convince people because I'm not their papa. It's not my job to sit there and convince them to be a better human being. They've got to take that journey on their own. For sure. It's not easy. Not easy being a human being because the odds are all stacked against you, but then you're going to persevere anyway. You're going to still succeed, and it'll be worth more when you do. It's kind of like when I build this whole thing right here. This is going to take a while, right? I got to take all this out. But when I get it done and I put all the glass in and it looks pretty epic, it's going to be awesome. Persevere, everybody. Persevere. And right now is a tough time. If you need someone to lean on, there's a whole lot of people feeling just like you do out there. If you need a little bit of leaning on, come in here. We're going to give you some love. You can also reach out if you're in a real bad state. Make sure to reach out. There's tons of people out there. A lot of hotlines you can call and whatnot. If you are feeling depressed, feeling isolated and whatnot, go out there and just pick up the phone. They don't know who you are. They don't know where you come from. They're not going to judge you. They're just going to talk to you like a new friend. So feel free to try out those hotlines as well. A lot of great people out there. And see, those are the people you don't really hear about, by the way. You don't hear about all the awesome people all too much. Right? Occasionally, one out of 15 to 30 news stories about how everybody died and stuff caught on fire and how the world is ending and all of that. You got one story at the end, we saved a puppy. Right? That's the news for you. That's why I never watch the news. News is completely a waste of my time. If I want to be depressed, I could just go read the internet anyway. But the news is very depressing because it's always talking about all the negatives all the time. And that's what people watch. People want to hear all the negatives. They want to watch the car crashes. They want to watch the cars on fire. They want to watch all the drama. And hey, I like me a little drama from time to time. I'll watch me some Twitch fails, which is hilarious because I've done a few of those Twitch fails for sure, which I think is pretty funny. Oh, we got to watch out over here. Hold on. We're taking out all of our supports all the way across here. Hold on, we gotta watch out there. And so we're gonna drill this across here. Yeah, we gotta put some of those supports back in again. We might have to cut a little bit here. Hold on. Let's cut a little extra here, just so we can put those supports back. I just thought of that. All this glass is gonna come down. There we go. And we'll just cut these supports. No, not that. Nope. We'll cut these extra supports here, so this glass will have support. Because when this comes down, it might pull down all the rest of my stuff. And I don't want it to do that. So we'll make a little extra backup just in case. Like so. There's a lot of work, too. A lot of fun work, but a lot of work. Make all this stuff go. The reason why I'm taking out that block is so that it doesn't attach to the glass and then take my whole thing out here. Now, my peeps are going to be coming in and out of here, so while I'm doing construction, it's like construction on the main road. Now, when you go to work or whatever, there's always that construction. It's down to 1 lane. But right now, this is going down to 1 lane, bro. Going down to 1 lane for sure. In fact, this whole entire top part is coming down. All the cement's coming down. But they got some time. They got some time to make it happen. All right, putting that in there. All the rest of these are going to be plates, by the way. Just the ones that are on the supports will be squares. Because then it looks like it's legitly sitting on the supports. All right, and then right here, looking good. I got a question kind of related to what you were talking about. Man, some single man to a married man. Sure, go ahead. You running any battles tonight? Oh my gosh, I forgot. How far are we in? Oh, we're by perfect time. Perfect time for some battles. Let's go. Oh yeah, we running some battles for sure. I love my Stream Raider peeps. We're going to run battles until the end of time. I hope you guys enjoyed that massive tier 44 that we unlocked. I know a lot of you got up to tier 10, 15, 20, and higher in that round. So let's go ahead and fire this up. I had to do an update on it. That's probably why I forgot. There was an update right before the stream. There we go. Come on, let's get you guys some loot. Why is there no lines? They really need to change the lines to like a white or something. It's hard to see the lines in this one. Let's see. Gold, gold, gold. Here? Where's this one going? It's going down here, I think. Then here. God, I can't see where it's going. I don't like to not see where it's going. I like to have an idea of where I'm going here. These guys are dropping out. Listen to that Discord. That Discord's sounding funny, bro. Let's see. Going down? Like path of least resistance. Yeah, I feel like here, up there, down here, across there, and bam to the boss. So I actually think out the thing so you guys get the maximum amount of loot. Let's go upper right. Let's see how we go. All right, come and join us for some Stream Raiders, everybody. You can find the link right there in the chat. Just shy of tier 27. Wow. Wow, that is some serious loot, bro. That is some serious loot. One of these days, we're going to try that 45. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time running battles, though. I'd have to run it 24/7 from the very beginning of that battle. From the very beginning of the thing to get it going. Frank's trying to get my attention. Yes?
We just discovered something. You cannot place vehicles down in bulletproof glass.
Yeah, so?
Okay, I didn't know if you were wiping out all this concrete to replace it with bulletproof glass.
Yeah, just this part here, but once you have your vehicles out, you don't need to pick them up anymore. You can also put them up along the outside, but this is all going to go to glass, so you'll have to make do. You got to make do! I already knew that, by the way. You can't put it down bulletproof glass, but that's not going to stop me from putting it down here. Because this is not going to be, it's not going to be where you just like are putting stuff down and thing. Because what we used to do is we used to take everybody to pick up their vehicles and put their vehicles away. But we're at a stage now where we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. I just made tier 27. I haven't touched Stream Raiders in a bit. Well, hey, now's a good time to come join us, man. You could have got a ton of loot in that last one, bro. You could have been hooking yourself up. We're also getting a ton of blue boxes that we are looking for, which get everybody a 10% chance of getting rare skins in the game, too. So very, very cool. It won't let you in? Ah, well, make sure you got the right password and all that. Alrighty. Wait a minute. You can wait a minute. Hold on a second. What do I do with my vehicle? Whose vehicle is this? Is there something in this vehicle? Hold on a second. It just dawned on me. Did I put stuff down on bulletproof glass before? That used to be an older thing. They fixed that in the last one. Hold on, let me go try it again. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they switched it back the other way. But I had a base, which at the top of it was made out of bulletproof glass. And I landed on it all the time, and I've taken it and put my thing many different ways and whatnot. I think they fixed that. It used to be where you couldn't do that. But you know what? Let's just check it. Let's just double check it anyway. But it doesn't matter. I'm still going to put it as glasses no matter what. But let's just go check it out. Maybe they changed it back. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, they changed it to back the other way. Ah, I know I've done it before because obviously we had it in our... I go get the video of me doing it on the previous one. But yeah, they made it where you can't put it down on this. Ah, ha, ha. That's okay. I'm doing it anyway. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You know why? Because this is not going to be glass up here. You just set it up here. You want to put it down, you'll be fine. Put your motorcycle up here. This will all still be concrete up here at the top because you don't want to make this out of bulletproof glass because bombers will come in and go boom, and this whole entire side will fall down. So yeah, interesting to do. That's probably a bug, by the way. That's a bug. That is something that they'll definitely need to fix because it definitely worked in Alpha 18, which you can go back and look at my VODs, in which it did work. I thought it did. I know I've tried it on this and it didn't work. But I could have sworn that it did work before, and it definitely does. I can go back and look at it. Because what I would do is I'd land on the top of that firehouse, and land on it, and then I have to turn my vehicle around and send it in the opposite direction, and I'd pick it up and put it down, and it worked just fine. Worked just fine. So we'll have to send that in and have them fix that, and then it will be fixed, and I don't have to worry about it. But I'm definitely taking this out because I'm not leaving the cement here because I want to have the ability for this to all be covered in glass so we can have our farm down there just fine. Now, another thing we can also do down here is now we can go ahead. This was originally going to be for them to come through, but then I decided to put it up above. So what I can do is also move this back and still leave the supports, but we can actually move the garden back now and give them more room for the garden back here as well, though we'd have to go out and take out all this concrete. But we could extend that for the garden, which is why I'm doing this. Because now most people are not going to be driving in that lower level. They're going to be driving up here at the higher level as well. So that's why I need glass there as well. So we can extend the garden on as well. We'll be fine. No worries. Now, another cool thing that you could do, by the way, is just put one block down. Put one cement block maybe in the supports like right here, and then you could also work around it that way, right? All you need is one cement block to put it down. Like, let's just try it with frames. Hold on. We're going to just try it with a frame. Yeah, put it here. There's always a workaround to everything, right? Just put that down. Put that on there. Ah, there we go. Pick up your rebar. See, I know all the workarounds, bro. I know every one of them. Easy peasy. See, me, I don't ever, like, some people, they look at a problem like, oh, God, it's a problem. It's, you know, I can't do it. It's not possible. And me, I just like, you just do this and it works. See, I'm always the optimist. Always the optimist, never the pessimist. Because, unless you're talking about a Microsoft Updater. Let's not get on to that. Kez, the gal I was thinking of proposing to left and got a new boyfriend, but now my former neighbor and I've been talking. She's been dropping a lot of hints. How about how to build a healthy relationship with my neighbor girl and keep things slow so I don't screw nothing up. Kind of weird question. I'm phrasing, but I hope I think. Now, here's the thing. Women are the most complex things on this planet. There is no rule book. There is no, hey, you just do this and everything will be fine. You know what you got to do? You got to vibe with her. She got to vibe with you. She got to put you number one. You got to put her number one. You got to be into her. She got to be into you. You got to be into what she's into, and she's got to be into what you're into, right? If you have a one-way conversation or a one-way relationship where it's all about her and nothing about you, that's a bad relationship. You don't want to be in that, right? You don't want to be stuck in that relationship because it's going to be miserable because she's going to treat you terrible. Here's the best way to be with a woman for a long time. Now, I got some experience. I've been with my wife 27 years. Number one, put that person above all other people. If that other girlfriend comes back and says, you know what, I made a mistake, I really love you more, and blah, 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 guess what? That person ain't going to change. That's her playing you. That's her playing you. Now, I don't know, maybe she's the one. Maybe you want to give her another shot. That's up to you and what you think. But when it comes to working with ladies, there is no insta thing. Like at first they seem just fine, and then you find out they're crazy. They crazy. Or they find out that you crazy. One or the other, or both. You're both crazy. But then again, are you both crazy and you're right for each other because you're both the same kind of crazy, right? And a little spoiler alert also, this person's not going to be perfect, right? Just like you're not perfect. Nobody is. Spoiler. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's exactly like everybody else. In fact, you don't want the other person to be exactly like you. My wife is not a gamer. She doesn't sit here and play lots of games, though she's the best Tetris player I've ever seen. She plays games on her phone from time to time, Tetris and games like that. But she doesn't consider herself a gamer. She's the exact opposite of me when it comes to gaming. I'm really into gaming, and she's really not. Right? And that's okay. We don't have to be every single thing we're into be the same. Though me and my wife are both artists. We're both graphic designers. We love art. We love graphic design. We have that in common. Right? We love our kids most of the time, except for them driving us totally crazy. Then not as much as we do in the regular times. Right? So the thing is first, don't look at this person like this is the person I'm going to marry. Because they haven't earned it yet. And you haven't earned it for that person yet. I don't look at people like I was going to marry. I was never going to get married. But here I am, 27 years later. Until you find that special someone who you think, I could be this person. I could see myself marrying this person and being with this person for a long time. And being with another person for a long time is tough, too. Because after a while, you run out of things to talk about. Bye-bye. You run out of things to talk about. Right? So you got to keep that fresh too, right? Because you've already talked about all the things, your hopes and dreams and wishes and all of that. So you got to grow as a person, and the other person's got to grow as a person. If they're not growing and you're not growing, guess what? You're staying stagnant, and eventually that whole entire relationship will also stagnate as well. So watch out for that. There's a lot of pitfalls of being in a relationship, bro. Those are only just a few. Just a few of those. Okay, now we got this all dangling off the side here, and what I'm going to do is just cut it early right along here. Now I'm going to have to cut this whole side here anyway, so I'm going to start cutting right here, and that's going to make that whole side fold out. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, the thing to do is just be honest with this person. Don't act like you're a secret agent or that you're super rich, because she's going to find out you're not. Don't act like something that you're not, basically. Just be honest with the person. Be forward. Hey, I think you're beautiful. I think you're amazing. Let's go out to eat. Let's see if we vibe. Let's see if everything's good. The way to not mess it up is just to be you. And if she likes you for who you are, then GG. If she don't like you for who you are, now she don't have to like everything about you. There we go. Whoa, all right, awesome. She don't have to like everything about you, and you don't have to like everything about her. I feel like that's a misnomer, too. That people feel like the other person needs to be perfect for you, and they need to be everything that you want in a person. Sometimes people grow into the person you like, and sometimes they grow into a person that you dislike. That's why people get divorced. People change in such ways that they don't like anymore, right? Or the other person doesn't adapt and change as the relationship changes. There's a lot of, that's a complex subject you're asking me about. But again, the best thing to do is be honest with that person, right? Don't expect them to be perfect, and they shouldn't expect you to be perfect either, because nobody is. Nobody's ever lived, hasn't made a mistake in their life or made bad choices and whatnot. And no one who ever is going to live or living right now is perfect as well. So again, huge spoiler alert for this future person that hopefully you enjoy being with. So that is the Kismet's take on it, and I should know, I've been around for a long time, been with the wife a long time as well. Look at those skills right there. And it was actually a block there I drove across. I drove across that block. All right, we're almost done with this now. Look at that. Doesn't take too long. And a little something there. There we go. Another version of Bridesmaid, Never the Bride. There you go. I think that column had the switch for the drawbridge. It did. Loosen. Good eye. Good eye. I knew it did. I just take it down. I'm actually going to take that down. I'm actually going to build a tower of power in the corners. I'm going to do those later on. But actually, I probably should run my power, I guess. Well, hey, actually, I'm cutting the power. They don't need to be coming in the drawbridge right now. They don't got a thing to ride on anyway. They need to get in here. They can fly in here. Actually, they could use blocks and get in that way, too. But for right now, I'm going to just cut that off. They'll be fine. Thank you, Kismet. You're welcome, Rice. That's the best advice I can give, is just be honest with that other person and see if they're honest with you. If you're with someone who's not honest or you can't trust, that's a miserable relationship. You don't want to be with anyone that you can't trust, right? If you're wondering where that person is all the time, if they're being controlling and wondering where you are all the time, that's called lack of trust. Like my wife, if I go get in my car and I drive somewhere, my wife doesn't need to know where I am, though I tell her anyway. I say, hey, I'm going to go to this store. I'm going to take the kids to get some ice cream, whatever it is. So she'll know where I'm at in case there's an emergency. But it's not like I have to tell her because she needs to know where I am, if you know what I mean. It's not because she thinks I'm going to be off with someone else. In fact, I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't even like hugging people, normally. I've been trying to get over it as I get older, but I don't like hugging other people. I'm a bit of a, not extreme germaphobe where I can't touch doorknobs and things like that. But I'm also I get sick very easy. So I got to be careful, especially right now, right? This is a dangerous time for people who have really bad immunity like me. So, yeah. And that's another thing, too. You got to build that trust. You know, when she says, hey, I'm going to be there at 3 o'clock, or you say, I'm going to be there at 3 o'clock, you be there at 2:55. Not at 3 o'clock, 5 minutes early. And the more you do that, the more your trust meter goes up. This is something I did with my kids when they were young, is teach them about trust and how trust builds up over time. It's just not like someone's going to automatically trust you. It's like when you're in business, right? You think someone's going to come to you and trust you with $100,000 or $500,000 or $1 million project off the bat? Oh, heck no. They're going to see all the other things that you did and you build relationships with these people. And then as you work your way up, then you work up to those kind of jobs. You don't get those straight away most of the time because there's no trust there. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money on the line, a lot of stuff that could break a company, especially a smaller company, if they mischoose who to go to with that advertising or with that stuff, right? Same thing when you're trusting someone to watch your house, right? You ain't going to just have some, random guy to just walk down the street. Hey, you mind go watching my house for a week? I won't be gone. Watch all my jewelry and all my computers and all my stuff in my house because, I'm just going to trust it to a random stranger. No. And the most importantly in relationships, that you've got to have that trust. And if you feel you can trust this person, then you know you're on your way. If you feel that you can't trust that person and that person feels like they can't trust you, you know you're on the way for a disaster, right? And there's no magic there. I've been with some people who I really liked, but there was no magic. There was no like lightning bolt, and if it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't believe it's true either. But when I first, I've been with, other ladies before, other women I've been with before I met my wife. And those people, they were just like people I met. We had fun time. We hung out and whatnot. And they were people I liked. But did I like them enough to be around them all the time? And the answer is no. If I'm honest, no. Because some of them were a little clingy. Some of them were a little crazy and whatnot. And that's sometimes what you got to do. It's kind of like, trying that person on to see if they vibe with you. And see if you vibe with them. Right? And they got to try you on a little bit. Right? Try you out. See how, like taking a test drive. Right? Test you out a bit. And once they feel that a bit of attraction there, once you feel that bit of thing, and especially if you feel the lightning, bro. Whoa, there it goes. Yay! All right, all that done. That's what I'm trying to do. Well, there's a mess I'm making. That's what I would highly suggest. Look for that. Now, when I met my wife, I can remember that very moment. Now, of course, I didn't know she was going to be my wife. I didn't even know she was going to be my girlfriend in that moment. A friend of mine needed a lift, as he always does, because he mooched a lot of lifts off me because he didn't have a car. Though he was going to college at the time. I had to drive 50 miles to go hang out with my friend because he lived way up in L.A. and I lived down in the OC, a.k.a. Orange County, California. And he's like, hey, I'm going to go to the movie. You want to come drive us over there? And I'm like, all right, that's okay. So I could come and watch the movie. No big deal. Now, his girlfriend had met somebody else. And this is how fate works, everybody. Now, at this time in my life, I said, you know what? These girls are crazy. I had enough of these crazy ladies, right? I'm going to focus on what I'm focusing on. You know, been with someone else that, no, it didn't work out. There was no magic there. Nothing that really, like, attracted me to that person. And they were all over the place, too. So I was like, ah. And so I went with a friend of mine. And I was totally on, I'd say 6 months, half a year, I don't know. With just working all the time, just focused on what I'm doing my thing, not really worrying about anything else, not worried about finding a girlfriend and all of that. Just by happen chance, I said yes to a friend of mine, and this is how it mostly, all the best stories start that way, by complete accident. And so a friend of mine said, hey, come and give me a lift, and I said, okay, I'm on the way. So I drove up there. His girlfriend had met this girl on the bus, right? Now, she said invited her along too. Now, my friends were trying to set me up because they knew that I'm a workaholic and I'd just be working myself to death. And they tried to set me up. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm not into that. You know, kind of set you up with some random stranger or whatnot. Typically not into that. But the second I drove up, and I had the top down in my car, I had a lot of money at that time, by the way. It was at the top of my field, even in my early 20s. And I was driving up, dropping off my friends, and I look over, and there she is standing right there. She's standing there. She's got a red kind of a long sleeve sweater on, and she's got sunglasses on, and she's standing right by the movie theater, and it was like this. That's right. It just dropped the lightning right on me. Still not loud enough. Come on now. Let's crank this. There we go. It was like lightning that strikes you, and you're like, whoa, hold on now. And from the very beginning, that love at first sight they talk about all the time, and again, if it didn't happen to me, I would have believed everybody full of crap, right? And that's what I used to think about it. Whatever. You know, when people say that, but I'm telling you, it is possible because it happened to me. And I knew there was something different about that person because I felt different about that person than I felt about anybody I've ever met. There was some sort of like kindred spirit there. There was some sort of magic that happened. And it was just like lightning. It just strikes you and it takes you aback, right? Like it takes your breath a little bit away. And you're like, whoa, hold on. What's going on with this person? Right? And one of the most bravest things I ever did, other than asking my wife to marry me, is to ask her out. So we'd gone out on several different times together. We had gone to the movies with my friends on that round. And then we had gone to the beach and whatnot. And I knew it and she knew it. I could tell as well that there was something magical happening there. And so on Valentine's Day, the day before, I think it was like day or 2 days before, I asked her out on Valentine's Day 27 years ago. A very long time ago. A long time ago. And it was, I did that too high, everybody. Hold on, we got to go down by what? And so here we are 27 years later, 3 children later, a whole entire career spanned, 50 years old, still together, and she's in the other room sleeping right now. Still love her to this day, every moment of every day. Every time I see her, it puts a smile on my face. Every time I talk to her, I enjoy it every single time. And that's a tough thing, everybody. That's a tough thing. I'm not trying to rub that in your face. Hopefully you find that in your life as well. And people say, oh, it's easy, and you just, you act like this, and you wear these certain type of clothes, and you act all suave and all that stuff. You know what? You don't have to be the most ripped guy in the world. You don't have to be the funniest guy, though humor does help you a lot. You don't have to be the best good-looking guy. You don't have to be the most successful guy. That's a big misnomer. Now, any girl that loves you just because you're successful and just because you're good-looking is not a girl that you want to be with. Now, if she finds you attractive, awesome. If she finds that you're pretty awesome at what you do and you make lots of money, like me, then awesome. But my wife didn't care if I was making money. She doesn't care. That doesn't make her any difference. Because how do I know? Because when I got... Really? Really? Right where I'm working, bro? Right where I'm working? Bye, bro. Bro. All the... Look at it. Got all that room. All that room to land. You land right there where it's working. That's too funny. Too funny. I love Ro. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. And so... I lost track of my story there. Lost track. Let me get my brain to fire back up again because it loves to just stall out right when I'm on a roll. So I've been with a wife for a long time, 27 years. Love her to death every day, all day. And again, that's what, I've been very lucky, and and when I look back, I can see that lucky. But in the moment, you don't realize it. You don't realize that this is the person, this is the one, right? This is the one that you might be with for the rest of your life or for as long as you live, right? You'll be with that person and you'll enjoy being with that person, right? We have our ups and downs, but see, me and my wife don't compete. We're not trying to be right all the time. I see that with a lot of couples that I've known through my life. People I've known when I was a kid, right? When I was like a teenager or whatnot, or younger. People I've known since then who are like combative with their spouse. That's the one person in this world you should never fight with unless they do something really dumb. Then you should probably call them out on it, but still not try to be right. I feel like that's always a fail. Every time you're trying to be right, because you know what? No matter what you do, if you're trying to be right and you're trying to argue, you're still already wrong. You're instantly wrong when you argue with your spouse. Because you know why? Because it's not your job to argue with them. It's your job to work together with them. You're a team. You're working together to solve whatever problem it is. If it's a money problem, if it's a child problem, if it's your car got crashed, your house burnt down, whatever the problem is, that's the moment to come together and do whatever needs to be done. Not say, oh, it's your fault and you did this and I did that. And if you had done this, then I couldn't have done the other thing and the thing. And I've listened to people argue for hours. And I'm thinking, this is the stupidest argument I've ever heard. And see, when you're in the argument, it seems very logical. Like, oh man, this person did me wrong. They did me wrong and I'm going to tell them how wrong they did me. But when you're on the outside of an argument like that and everybody around you is watching you argue, they're just like, okay, bro, not good, not good. And some people love to argue. They like to do that. They like that conflict. They like the drama because their life is not interesting enough. I have enough drama in my life. I got 3 girls. I don't need to add drama for sure. I don't need an action-packed life every single minute of every single day. And some people need that drama. That's why you get in some relationships and they'll just like go crazy on you. They'll just go drama, full drama. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been with someone like that. Put a 1 in the chat. You ever been with someone? It's just like non-stop drama, bro. All the time. I guess I'm putting squares in there instead of things. I was going to put plates in there, but I'm just going to put squares. Screw it. We'll put squares on this side. Square it off. Right like that. All right, this is coming together. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, that out there we're going to just do this thing in squares, and then the rest of this we'll do in plates, because I do like to have that extra headroom. I love getting in this zone. So again, hopefully that helps you. But then again, remember, they're all your choices. They're all up to you. Make them good ones. You can really never go wrong if you come from a good place. If you're just after this person because it helps your ego, if you're after that person because you think that all your friends are going to think you're cool because you're with some cute girl or whatever, beautiful women are awesome. And they're also incredibly terrible at the same time. They're terrible if you have the lowest self-esteem that you're worried about someone stealing your girl. If you're worried about someone stealing your girl, then you probably don't deserve to be with that person in the first place. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be straight up with you. Because you know why? Because you're obviously not trusting that person. And you're like, well, I'm not trusting these guys. These guys are going to come and take my girl away. If you're strong enough at what you're doing and she's strong enough at what she's doing, it shouldn't be an issue at all. It should be a 0 issue. And I've been with some very beautiful women. They're very beautiful. At least beautiful to me. I know, probably beautiful to other people too, but mostly to me. That's not what I look for, man. I look for people who are not crazy. People who are not crazy. That should be the #1 person you're looking for. One who isn't too crazy. Maybe you're kind of crazy, but not totally not your kind of crazy, if you know what I mean. I think I'm going to take this block out, too, to kind of finish this out. You see, we got all that done. Now, I like to talk, by the way, while I'm doing all of this. We call it Kids Talk up in here. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. See, now, they don't ever have to pick up their stuff, but I do need to put some ramps in so they can get out of here. And I'm just going to put up some harsh ramps up here. Now, because I can't do wedges with this. There's no wedge area, so we're just going to do straight up, off you go, bro. Off you go. So we're going to go ahead and put these ramps back in on the side so they can just go and then take off over there. I'm also going to make it where there is a, especially on this side over here, where there is an ability to just basically just launch, launch completely off the side of the base. And basically it's just going to go up, up, and then you'll be, basically when you come out, you'll be in the air. And I'll be doing it on this side. Same thing, we'll use it also for our vehicles. So you can jump further out across the spikes. So it'll come up and then go up over and then just go way out. And then you can just literally just drive your flying thing and you go right into the air, or you drive your vehicle and go right in the air. There's only so much minutes in the day, everybody. Only so many minutes in the day that I can build stuff. But I'm going to go around and add these to all the sides over here. So we'll make it nice and easy to get up on any side at any point like this. Now, we're not going to do the corner one right there. The reason why we're not going to do the corner one is there's no corner shape in glass. So we might come back, do a little bit of concrete in that. And we're going to do a lot of fun concrete shaping with our wet concrete later on. But let's go ahead and finish this out for my peeps. So no matter which way they take off, they can go and go over the bars. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I'm going to add some launching on the side here is eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the cage. There's going to be a cage there that protects my people. Now, I'm going to integrate the launch thing with the ability for people to run under it in the cage. When you had to remove the wire to disable the drawbridge during the night, got me wondering, can you add a hard cutoff switch into the power switch into the sensor, power in the sensor? Yes, you could. You could add hard cutoffs really anywhere along the line that you want to do. I could do it after the sensor. I could do it before the sensor. Oh, come on. Look at that. It turned it when I had it already set in a certain way. Wasting my precious bulletproof glass. All right, let's do a battle, everybody. Let's get it going. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time to get this going. Let's get all this glass finished out. Look at all those peeps. Come on, we got this. Let's do it. That was a little loud. Subquake says, amazing story, plus puts things into perspective. I'm currently living separately with my girlfriend due to renovations in my apartment. Living separately now for a while makes me question the future of our relationship. Well, that can happen. That can happen. That's a real big commitment, by the way, moving in with somebody else. So here's the thing. They're going to learn all the little things about you, and you're going to learn all the little things about them, like what side of the bed they like to sleep on, if they, put the cap back on the toothpaste, all those kind of basic things that you will be asking yourself about other people at some point. It's okay if they're not exactly like you. It's just like, can you put up with whatever they're into? That's the thing. Do you still love them even if they're not perfect? And again, spoiler, they're not, and neither are you, and neither am I, and neither is anybody else. No matter how much they protest to be perfect, I know it's not true. I know for sure. Because I've been around, if you know what I mean. 50 years, 16,000 days, bro. Let's go. Boom. Grant rewards. Bo, Rotisserie G, Yangi getting some love. Win run, overall MVP with a 20 assist. Now, you might go, Kismet, how do you know everything? I don't know everything. And that's the first thing I admit. I don't know everything, and that's the first thing you should admit. And that's the only way to learn, is to admit that you don't know. It's that you don't know everything. And there's no way to know everything because you just don't have physical enough time in life to learn every single thing there is to learn. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. You don't want to, because if you learned everything right away, you would, I think it's this one. Ah, not quite enough. Not quite enough. It's got to be a little deeper. Sometimes it's hard to see where that's going. God, it's got to go all the way down. It's got to be like this, but all the way down. This one. That's the one right there. Wet inside concrete corner. Let's take that out. Again, the knowing that person is flawed and loving them for their flaws. Like my wife snorts when she laughs. I find it the greatest thing ever. It just fills me with joy every time. I think it's the greatest thing. Now, some people think that's a flaw. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing and whatnot. I love it. My wife has freckles. And people are like, oh God, people got freckles. I don't know. There are some people like that in the world. But I find them super cute. I love girls with freckles. That's my thing. I love feisty women. Women who are feisty. Some people might be turned off by that. My wife's a very strong woman. She don't need me around. She don't need me to do her stuff in the day. I don't have to go in there and tell her what to do every day. She's not fawning over me every minute. But she's very loving and caring. That's great. But she can exist separately from me. And I've been in a few of those relationships where the person was totally way too much into me. Where everything revolved around what we were doing together every minute of every day. And there was no separate us. Right? You've got to have your together, but you also need a little bit of separate. Right? You need some separate time to be your own person as too. So you can continue to grow as a person. Right? And that other person can continue to grow as a person. And that's the way I look at it. And again, I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you look like. And guys, I'm telling you, it doesn't make a difference. And if it does make a difference to that person, don't be with that person. Don't be with that person, even though you might be lovesick and you're like, oh, this is the perfect person for me and da-da-da-da-da, and they're so wonderful and whatnot. If they don't like you for who you are, you're going to be nothing but miserable with that person. Don't do it. Don't do it for sure. That is a fast way to your own personal hell. To be with a person who doesn't love you. Not a good idea. Same thing with you ladies. Don't let those dudes treat you like a trophy. Like they own you. They don't own you at all. You are a human being, a living being with your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And they should recognize that in the ladies. Guys, recognize that they are not your trophy. They're not your trophy. You're not getting that cute girl so you can show it off to your friends. That's a bad way to start a relationship right there. Is so your friends go, oh man, you got a hot girlfriend. Congrats. Oh man, you're a super stud. And no, when you grew up in my day, back in the 70s, you had to prove you weren't gay, and you had to prove you were successful by having lots of money and a good-looking girlfriend. That's how your status was assumed. And while I bought into that while I was young, I eventually very quickly realized that that's stupid. That's a stupid way to measure your success. The best way to measure your success is if you enjoy being with that person, if that person enjoys being with you, if that person is a decent person to be around. That's another good one for sure. Now, what I'm going to do right here, everybody, is I'm going to go ahead and put these back in right here, which are these thingies. Do we have it in here? No, we need our wet concrete for that. That's why we need so much wet concrete, because we're going to fix all of this over here. Let's get our angled wedges. There they are. Like this. And again, that's just my take on it. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe, hey, Kismet, I like a lady that's like this. I like a guy who's like this. There is no wrong way to love someone, I find, other than treating them poorly, basically treating them like a trophy or like they're less than a human being, right? If someone is abusive, if someone is beating up on somebody else, that is a relationship. I'm going to get serious here for a second. That is an instant red flag. If that other person gets angry and ever lays a hand on you, that relationship is over. That is over at that moment. At that very second, that sucker is over, bro. You need to peace out of that relationship instantly. Absolutely. Because it's never going to change. That's how that's going to be. Oh, I forgot to Oh, God, I got to take all those out. I forgot to switch. Yeah, that relationship is over. Get the heck out of there. Don't even, if you even see a hint of that, get out of there. That person is not worthy of your attention. And it's going to hurt, too, because you're going to probably love that person, and you're going to put your blinders on. Not going to be worth it. It's gonna end anyway. Someday it's going to end in some way or another when you're with violent people like that. Now, of course, that's your thing. You like, that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Some of you peeps out there do. I'm not into that, but hey, whatever. I'm not the judge of other people. Hey, there's a good way and there's a bad way of doing that. You know what I mean? Without getting too risque here in my chat. See, whatever you're into, the other person has to be into. And if you're not into that, or they're not into what you're into, then you're going to have a tough time, for sure. But just make sure they're into you, and you're into them. They respect you. You respect them. Treat them like a human being. Treat you like a human being. Be okay with your flaws. Be okay with their flaws. And you're set. That's it. GG. You win. But relationships are never the same. They're never the same ever. Every day they change a little bit. Sometimes they change toward the good. Sometimes they change toward the bad, depending on how well you're tending to them. It's just like, I guess a great way to put it is like tending a garden, right? You don't water that garden. You don't take that time to take that extra thing. I say to my wife, I love her every day. I say, hey, great to see you when she comes home every day. I listen to her about her day. I spend time with my kids. Those kind of things are valuable to me. You know why? Because my relationship with my wife is valuable to me. More valuable than anything else. Anything else in this world. So, that's what I value most. Some people don't. Some people just get a spouse as like an accessory. It's like a watch, right? Or a watch or a coat or something they might buy. That's what they have a spouse for, or a girlfriend or whatever. It's like an accessory to you. Which I think is a terrible way to treat other people. Terrible, terrible way. So yeah, I mean, again, guys, you got a big chance out there. I don't care. I don't care if you're overweight. I don't care if you're tall, skinny, whatever. You just be you, because otherwise you'll be miserable pretending to be somebody else. Oh, and you're awesome the way you are. You're awesome the way you are. Maybe, you got a few things you can work on. Even at my age, I always have things I try to work on. Right now, I'm trying to be stronger. Working on my health as always, every day, all day. Getting a little stronger every day. Trying to get to a point in which I don't feel run down as much. Not drinking soda all the time, so I'm not riding that sugar ups and downs all the time. Little by little. And that's the best way to get anything done. Little by little. Now look at this, everybody. Ah ha ha. This is sweetness. Now look at this. You can extend the garden out now to include all of this. We've got our center supports there. We're going to paint all those up. Look at that. We got all that done just in that amount of time. How long was it? A couple hours. A couple hours of working away on it. See, this stuff is one of those things you got to just go to it. You can't just like, okay, I'll get it going eventually. You got to go to it big time. See, that's why I wanted to put those plates in there. I put blocks all over this. I'm not going to fix that. I'll let that go for that. But the reason why I want to put plates there is so that the stuff doesn't hit it. I feel like I'll definitely come back and take that out at some point. I'll definitely come back and take that out. Kind of feel like I should have done it in all of those too. But it's okay. We'll keep going. Best thing to do is if you aren't sure whether you want to do that thing or not, is to go try something, see if you like it. And then, give it a minute, a day or two or whatnot. And if you just can't stand it, then take care of it. That's what I do. If I just can't stand that those blocks are on that lower level and I get some extra bulletproof glass later on, then I'll come back and revamp all of that again. But I doubt it. I'll either do it at some point or I will do it never. Come on now. You're killing me here. You're killing me. With this clicking. By the way, this stuff's worth $3,000 now instead of $2,500. This is what it used to be. This bulletproof glass is very precious. If you notice, I've already done all the entrances too, so that part is already set to go. And this is what I do for hours, everybody. I just work on this kind of stuff. So I know in the long run, this is going to be amazing, especially when we crank this up. And we just have tons and tons of epic stuff going on. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Bulletproof glass among the hardest things to do in this game. And that's why we are on that level. We are on that total higher level. Right there. What else should we be melting down? A little sand in there as well. Always with the sand. Go and grab that sand out of there. Keep that rocking. Let's really go to town on that one. How are we looking up here? This could be running out a bunch of it right now. Boom, 15. What do we got? More sand. What a surprise. Right there. We got a bunch of sand running over here, too. One of these. Ooh, mama. Look at all that. Nice. Now we're going to get serious. Get serious about our sand. Sand is the #1 thing that I typically need for a lot of stuff that I do. Oh, one in my bar. Especially bulletproof glass. Because sand only stacks to 6,000, which doesn't even fill this. So you have to actually put the sand in multiple times. It's one of the toughest resources to fill into one of these forges. It also uses a lot of sand, right? It uses 110 sand every time you make one bulletproof glass block. There's a lot of sand and a lot of stone. It takes a lot, but then again, we're making lots and lots. And so that's helping us finish out the base. Big time. Oh, I think I have my guys muted all this time. Oh, man, I got in the zone. In the talking zone. Sometimes I get sidetracked. There we go. There we go, and there we go.
And they do 3,000 block damage and 600.
All right, here we'll get up here. We'll get this going.
Gotta make some of those.
And now we're looking good. Look at this. That's nice. Get that upgraded. Got the drop boxes up here. It's all protected against getting hit from underneath, by the way. That's why I put that there, is so it doesn't get hit from underneath. It can still get hit by flying mobs. Could accidentally hit these boxes. That's a little dangerous. So what I might do also is create a little glass cage there, which goes up and over to protect those exterior drop boxes. And then I'll make it where people can come in and out and drop all their stuff. So awesome sauce. Very, very nice. We're going to need more over there. Definitely. For sure. Come back and work on all of that later on. Okay, so we got all this going. We got any extra in here? We've got 38, 3, and 31. There we go. All right, that's going to run for quite a while. Now, eventually, the cool thing about our forges is every forge will become an everything forge. That's how we usually end up toward the later game, usually after about day 100, that every single forge, you could run something out in every single forge. Because you end up with a lot of extra clay. And that clay typically can be running into any forge that is not doing something else right now. But all of our forges are doing something right now. Like eventually I'm going to get to a point where I have enough concrete. I'll have like 2-3 boxes full of concrete. And that'll be more than enough to repair our base over time. Oh, they're going to put that switch back in again. That's what I was going to do. Let's put that switch back in again temporarily so our people can come in and out.
Mine might be up on the roof.
Oh no, switch still there. Actually, it's still there. Look, it's still there. Well, I thought I took it out. Nope, still there. Actually, didn't fall down. Because it's connected to this thing, and that thing is connected to the side of this. That is actually connected to the right side. Though it should have fell down in theory, but I forgot I also had this side one here. So, working fine. Working fine. I don't need to take it down. Works good. I don't need to fix it. Already on point. That's why I like using glass plates, by the way, because they're a little higher up. Again, they don't run into that. I wish I had done it over there, but I was talking to you guys instead. Such is the way it goes. No worries. We can get it fixed, or we'll just leave it. Right now, this base is looking beautiful. We're doing a lot more cosmetic stuff on this base, but this is actually a functional protection for the base. Normally, I would have this already filled in by day 14. By day 14, I'll have the top of the base filled in, so that when you're down in the kill box, birds don't fly down and try to kill you. Because that will happen at some point. We'll be getting flocks and flocks of birds coming in. A lot of birds. A lot of them for sure. It's gonna be crazy. Right now, we just want to try to cover this, but yet let it, still let our garden grow. All right, there we go. Now what we could do is we could keep running back and getting our glass every little bit. But what we really want to do, because glass is one of the things that take the longest in this game, because you have to go and make the stone, and you have to get the iron, and you have to get the lead, and you have to get the sand. You got to get all of that stuff. Oh, so awesome. Looks amazing. That we don't want to sit here and just micromanage or micro grab the forge. Okay, now I got 5 of them. Over here I've got 5 more. We don't really want to wait for that, though. We do want to keep queuing them up. We don't want to sit here and wait for this. We want to let this run for a while so we get a bunch of them and just do them all in a sequence, because that's more efficient. Now, while we're waiting for that, we can go ahead and start to work on our second level, of upgrades. So let's go. Oops, I steeled that up. Oop, I got steel on me. Hold on, we got to put our steel back. We got a lot of steel on us, too. Look at all that steel. Got some sexy, sexy steel. Let's put a stack of 500 over here as well. Just so we have a bunch over there. And I'm going to make a separate box for steel and for forged iron. And I'll probably put it right there. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's do it right now. And this will be overflow. And because we're going to need a lot of that. So let's go ahead and name this. Now, they added these new boxes, which are iron, forged iron, and steel overflow. And right about now is when I add this box, when we start getting a lot of it. And so I only keep like 1 stack typically in the crafting box. And then the other stuff is for base repair and for base upgrades and things like that. And we want to fill that box as much as possible. Oops. Fill that box as much as possible. And then this way, this box doesn't get filled with that. Now we got some extra room in there and whatnot. And we'll put one of these in here, and then we'll double click and we'll put it all in there nicely like that. We'll take 1 stack of this out so we can use that as we go too. All right, very nice. Now what we're going to do is just upgrade everything basically to our next level stuff, aka cement. And really all we got to do is this level here, and we're done. That's it. We've already done a lot of the outside roof. We've already done the floor area.
Eventually I'll put it max into Skull Crusher.
And just like this. Like that. Very nice. Looking good. I'm going to hit the hay now. Lots of stuff to sleep on. Well, there you go, Rice. There you go, bro. Hopefully that helps you out. Let me know if it does. Let me know if it makes a difference. Be interested to know. And again, there's no matter how much someone says there's a rule book, especially don't be deceptive when you're in a relationship. That's the worst way to start a relationship, is just to be full-on deceptive. And then the person figures out, oh, wait, this person wasn't really what they said they were. And some people think that, you know, after that, well, oh, maybe they'll love you anyway, that you basically deceived them. I don't ever go into relationships that way. I feel like that's a really terrible way to start one, and especially a terrible way to keep one going. Being a liar and deceptive. It's better to get out of a relationship than it is to be in a relationship where everybody's lying to each other. I feel like that's a better idea. Alan's gotta move Alan's thing out of there eventually. That's okay, I'll come back for it. Not a high priority right there. I gotta get those underneath there at some point. But that's okay. No rush. Right now, we just want to upgrade the top part. We'll come back in here. We're going to do some interior decorating and all of this as well. You can see I've added in all the bulletproof glass and all the windows. We'll do some... Who put this in their room? All right, that's out of there. I have the ultimate call when it comes to the base. That's out. That's out. cooking up their own stuff in their room over here. That's a little weird. Little weird. The reason why that's weird is because everything's owned by the group. So if you're taking the group's items and then going off and making your own thing, that's really awkward. Because then what it does is, speaking of trust, it brings up a trust issue. Is this person taking a bunch of resources and running off and build their own base in the middle of nowhere? Are they off doing their own thing on a teamwork server? Now, that's why I make it really clear before people come onto the server that this is a teamwork server. We work together. Everything's owned by the group and so on. That's why I make that rules thing, and it talks about all of that. So there's no miscommunication. And sometimes it still happens. People come in and go, why can't I go create my own base and do my own thing? I want to go do my own thing. Hey, you're welcome to go do your own thing. Just not on my server. Go on, so get your own server. Get one from Nitrato. You can go play on it all day long, do your own thing. But if you're on here, the thing that we try to do is we work together as a team. And so if you're not into that, then don't be on the server. That's what I say. I mean, you got lots of options. Don't come in and say, hey, Kismet, you're doing me wrong. No, you made the choice. I didn't make you come and play on the server. And I get that from time to time. Like I had one guy come on a while ago, a long time ago, and he started cheating. He started shortcutting. So all of a sudden, the dude was like a level 100, and the rest of us were like level 10. And obviously, I'm like, oh, dude, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing this trick that allows me to super level super quickly. And I'm like, dude, I think I've already mentioned that before, but I'll just mention it again, that we don't do that on this server and whatnot. And he's like, why can't I do it? I just want to be a high level. I don't want to sit there and level up and be the same level as everybody else. I want to go be the everything person. That was an everything person right there. And I'm like, well, bro, apparently you didn't understand what I was trying to tell you. Bye-bye. And then he's up. He's gone. Bye-bye. Never again. Never again. So always good to know what you're going into. And the reason why I bring that up is the same thing with a relationship. You need to make sure it's nice and clear what your goals are, what their goals are, where you're going with the relationship, if you're going to ever get married, if you're going to ever do that stuff. Because they're going to want to know. Not knowing that stuff is the worst part of being in a relationship. If not knowing if the person likes you, if the person is trustworthy, if you're not, put a 1 in the chat if I'm hitting it right on the head here. Not knowing if that person is going to show up on time, if not knowing if that person is going to be there for you when you need them, especially when you're sick like me. The worst thing in any relationship is not knowing. Terrible communication. And terrible communication kills most marriages. Or it's the number one reason that marriages break down, is you're having bad communication with each other. You didn't communicate about this or that, and you went and bought a car without telling your spouse or whatever it is. Now, I don't have to ask permission. If I want to go buy a car, I could go buy one right now. I go buy me a house if I want to right now, if I could afford it, which I can't. I got to live in this one, this old house. Basically, I wouldn't have to ask. But it doesn't. I don't mind telling the person that I care about that this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm thinking of do, and then also listening to their feedback about what that thing is I'm thinking of doing. Right? So that is probably the biggest problem in any relationship, is that communication. If you feel like the other person is not listening to you, they're probably not. And guys are notoriously bad for that. Because we only selectively hear, I find most of the time. Like when ladies are talking to us about something, whatever, we're already thinking about 5 other things, usually. Like we're thinking about, hey, the game's going to be on in about 5 minutes. We got to do this at work, and this guy was a jerk, and man, I hate that dude. And usually you're splitting your concentration. And it's taken me lots of years to focus my concentration when my wife is talking. Is to always focus on what she's saying and just drop everything else. Drop everything else that I'm thinking about or whatever I'm thinking of doing next and focus, especially when it's time to eat, right? What are we going to have for dinner? Pizza is always my response. And she knows I'm going to say it because I say it every single time. And you know what that does when I say pizza? It makes it go, oh, I don't want pizza. Or it might be occasionally, very rarely, but occasionally she'll say, okay, I feel like pizza. Let's order pizza. But rarely is it that ever that easy. Most of the times she'll say, nah, I don't want that. Right? And okay, so we've eliminated that one thing so far. Believe me, I've been with my wife a long time. We eliminated that one thing. Now we know we don't want pizza. So what do we do? What do we actually want? And then we'll go down the list of things that we might want, or maybe we'll have something in the fridge or whatnot. and run down those lists of things. And then eventually we'll get to a point like, okay, we haven't had this in a while. Let's go have that. Like we had Panda Express the other day. One thing I haven't had in a long time, orange chicken. I actually like orange chicken. My wife's like, oh, you like orange chicken? I've been with my wife 27 years. She didn't know I like orange chicken, right? But I don't eat it a lot. That's why she probably thinks I don't like it. Normally, I get the steak and rice. She knows that's my thing because that's what I like more than orange chicken. But she was getting some orange chicken, and we were thinking of getting a family pack. And I said, oh, I like orange chicken. We go ahead and order that up. And I had it, and I enjoyed it. It was good. So there we go. There we go. My hearing aid and my battery was dead. Rotisserie G. Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes when you're with the crazy ladies or crazy men, for you ladies in there, it'd be great to have a mute button sometimes with the crazy ones. Not the regular ones. Not the great ones. Just the crazy ones. Because you're just like, oh, this person is crazy. All right, I accidentally put this block down below here. I got to take it out. What's going on? Oh, out of gas. Gas, gas, gas. Now, see, right now, I don't need to be doing anything else. I don't need to be doing quests. I don't need to be collecting loot and all that stuff. That stuff's pretty rocking right now. Now, if we run low, I don't mind rolling up my sleeves and going doing that at all. Doing whatever I need to do. But right now, I just want to finish out the base. And then once we finish out the base, I'm trying to get it done by day 50. And then we're going to crank everything up. And then we will have to start collecting. Because what it's going to do is require a crazy ton more ammo. It's going to require peeps to be on point when it comes to Horde Night and all of that, which is really fun. Because right about day 50, the game gets really easy, at least for my crew. Sometimes you can go as day 100 or 150 if you're solo playing as well. Someone's got a box in here. I don't know what's in your box, bro, but I'm taking it out. A rocket launcher and a thing in there. Sorry, I gotta take it out for a second so I can upgrade the wall. I'll put the box back in a second. I'll unlock it.
Yeah, we're up to 83.
I don't know whose box that is and whatnot.
Caught up on acid.
Spit.
Nice box for him. Stick it over here in the corner. Your stuff. Right here. All right. Rocket launcher and... Okay. Whoever's rocket launcher this is, and SMG-5, level 6 SMG, I had to take your box out to upgrade the upstairs, so I put it in a box up here, and I called it your stuff. So whoever stuff that is, you can put that over there. Now I got to unlock it so you can get into it. Ain't nobody going to touch it. Ain't nobody going to come up here and take his stuff. Anyway. I mean, I keep my box unlocked all the time. Ain't nobody taking my stuff. That's why, because I play with people I trust. Who aren't going to go, hey, Kismet, I'm just going to take all your stuff, bro. Which is a dumb thing to do because I'm the server administrator. So I can just go, boop, bye-bye. Press a button and they're gone. Because I don't really care about digital stuff anyway. It's just stuff, right? It'd be cool if they could do glass doors. That'd be neat. That'd be neat in there, for sure. Getting on a whole different subject. But yeah, not paying attention to your spouse is also a bad idea. And ladies, I suggest, doesn't have to be every day, but every now and again, listen to your man. Listen to your man. There's a great song about that. It's all about you. It's all about you. You want to talk about you, right? That song? My wife plays that. You know, she's from the South. What's with this pipe right here? Pipe running through here. I think there was a shower or something there. Let's take that out now. The lady's just talking about her over and over and over, and she never talks to the dude and lets the dude talk. You know, get the guy in there a few times. Guys don't really like to talk typically too much about their feelings, but they love to talk and complain about stuff. Guys are fantastic about complaining about stuff, just like the ladies. The ladies like to, oh God, I had a bad day, and this person was a jerk, and oh my God, you won't believe what happened. I don't mind listening to that. I feel the same way sometimes. Right? And of course, the biggest advice as well there, dudes, is don't try to fix whatever the problem is. And you're like, wait a minute, Kismet, that doesn't, what do you mean? Don't try to fix the problem. I'm a problem solver. I fix problems. When she comes to me and tells me that she's having a terrible day, I tell her to quit that job. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. She's telling you that she's having a tough time, not for you to solve the problem, but for you to just listen. You wanna be with someone a long time? Listen and stop talking. And stop waiting to talk. Right? A lot of people, when they talk to other people, they're just waiting to talk. And you can always tell those people. Because they didn't hear a word that you just said. They did not hear anything that you just said. And they're just waiting to say their thing. Now, some people who are like me, who forget what they're about to say anyway, have to concentrate on what they're going to say. But I'm always listening to what the person says and then making a response, as opposed to just waiting to say whatever you were going to say anyway, no matter whatever I said. And that's the difference between talking at each other and listening and responding to each other. It's responding to each other. You listen to what that person said, you respond to that. Or you're just waiting to say whatever you were going to say. And you know who you are. Everybody is like that a little bit in both ways. Sometimes just responding without listening. And then sometimes being awesome by listening, then responding. But that's just me and my thoughts, everybody. You can make your own choices in life, and I suggest you do. Make your own choices. Don't let nobody make them for you. Take the input of a whole bunch of other people, figure out what your best choice is, and go forward from there. Don't blame me for your choices. I'm just giving you a little insight on what I think, and you can make your choice. All right, let's do this battle. Let's do it, everybody. We got 41 to 60. Uh-oh, we're in a deficit here. Not like we were earlier where we had 190 plus people, or 190 plus units, I mean. That was awesome, but I still think we're going to win. Because we got the willpower. Where there's a will, there's a way. We got the best peeps. Even if we're outnumbered, I think we're going to romple stomp these guys. Come on, let's get them. Look at those rogues coming in. Stabby, stabby. Nice job. I told you, look at that. We got the win. Even though we were outnumbered. Yanni, Riverdog, and Magic get some love. Everybody coming in MVP. By the way, mods, no raid targets tonight. We're just going to peace out of here. I'm being bad on my raid targets right now, but we're trying to get back into it. Don't worry, we'll get into it. All right, right there is where I'm going to go. Feel free to join us. Streamcaptain.com or StreamRaiders.com. They actually changed the domain name too, which is awesome because it's much more easy to actually put the name of the game versus the name of the company. I feel like that's one of the things that Star Citizen does funky. It's really awkward because it's Robert Space Industries because it's like an RP version of the website. But in real life, it's Star Citizen. And I told him a while ago, I said, hey, that's kind of cool with the RP and stuff like that. But it's confusing and awkward. So stop doing that. I tell it to people straight. I don't, I'm not much of a kiss butt. I'm bad at being a kiss butt. What can I say? I just tell them to it straight and say, yeah, it's really awkward, bro. I just make it StarCitizen.com. Make it StarCitizen.com so people, when they go there, they'll go, Robert Space Industry, what's this all about? Right? I feel like that's a much better way to go about it. All right, what do we got, Cobblestone? Heck. What the heck, brah? Let's go over here. Let's start right here. There we go. Huh. Oh, God. That's one of those pieces. That's one of those pieces I can't upgrade. Ah. We'll come back to it later. More later. We can upgrade these ones, though. Those ones we have to take out and replace if we want them to be concrete. I could just paint them and forget it, but I would know they weren't concrete, so I definitely going to go in and fix them. Or I might just take that whole edge off. Just let it square out. You know what? I think I'm just going to do that. Let's just let that square off, because we're going to bring this out anyway. Yeah, let's just do that. Let that square out. All right, nice, nice. Like it. Let's keep going down here. I was still deciding whether I wanted this to be like this or I wanted to square that out and bring that out at a level. But I like how this comes down and just meets this like that. That's really nice, bro. It just happens to meet at that bottom level. And when you're running up and down, that's nice. Maybe I'll take out this corner one here, actually, now that I think about it. We'll take out the corner one. We'll upgrade this. And what I'll do is I'll run a... actually, we can take that down a little bit more, too.
You guys need any armor mods? There's a bunch of these.
Let's take that down one more. We'll bring the thing down one.
Slot pockets.
And what I'm going to do is basically paint this yellow. So we'll know that's an entrance. We'll come... I like it like that. Let's just leave it like that. Fine. Let's keep going. Almost got this done. Just got to upgrade this and upgrade it one more time. Might even get this done tonight. And that'll be it. That'll be it for that. Then we go paint it next time. Maybe do Horde Night in the next couple rounds. Next time we're going to be playing 7 Days to Die, by the way, is on Saturday. Hope we get 7 days in this weekend. Wasn't feeling very well last Saturday. Was overdoing it as normal. I'm always trying to push myself, but then I know when I push myself too far, I got to ease up. That's why sometimes my schedule is very unpredictable. But I try to be as predictable as possible. But you know what? I got to do what I got to do. To survive, to stay alive, to feel better and get stronger. That's what I'm trying to do every day, all day. We got 25 minutes on this battle. Going to be perfect. Perfect, perfect. Try to remember not to start another one. Right there. Oh, this is looking awesome, man. I'm loving this. And now we decided we're going to take that out. We know what to do. Nice. Liking it, liking it. Really like this edge here, too. This is all going to be Spanish tile. Again, we're going to take away the burnt look. The burnt, broken tile look and put Spanish tile down after this all dries up. And we go ahead and upgrade it again. Oh, man, I'm starving to death over there. I'm starving. Then again, this doesn't use stamina, so it's not that big of a deal. But let's just run down here and add some food. Just so I won't trigger people in the chat. Robert Space Industry does sound like a real-world SpaceX type aerospace company, though. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on it, but I mean, if you're trying to encourage people to play a game, I feel like you want to use the game name. You know, so that it just makes it easier for people to understand. Because people who are not like computer peeps, right, or who aren't lore peeps, or who aren't into games in that way, they're going to find it confusing. Because, hey, that's just the way some people are, right? Some of us get it. Some of us know what it's all about. But they don't know what Robert Space Industries is. They don't know what that means. They're like, well, why am I going to that website? Where's StarCitizen.com? I want to go check out this game, Star Citizen, but there's no website. Because, you know, some people are just not on that smartness level to figure that out, or just, you know, they don't just know because they don't know about the game. That's why they're going to the website in the first place. I mean, why else would you go to the website other than to look up something, right? To learn something, learn about the game, to learn where you can download it, to learn on where you could buy it, what the computer specs are. Those are the main reasons people go to a website for a game. Figure out the price of it, that kind of stuff. I think I already said that once, but I'll say it again. You get the idea. There's no reason to go to the website if you already know everything about the game. And if you know everything about the game, then you know what Robert Space Industries is. If you don't know about the game, you don't know what Robert Space Industries is, most likely. You don't understand that that is the name of the guy who is actually making the game. And that is why he calls it that. Let's put in some wedges here. Let's finish in these wedges here. Where's our wedges at? Right here. There we go. That'll make that easy. Don't even have to upgrade them. Well, I'll have to upgrade them later on, but not to upgrade them right now. Nice cap there. All right, how are we looking? Oh, we got an edge there. This is all edge. Okay, well, let's just upgrade that edge. What do we got over here? A little bit of overhang. We decided to take the overhang out. Very nice. Okay. What do we got over here? A few more. This is overhang. Yep, we decided to take overhang out. Once we decide, that's it. We've decided. Away it goes. Now we're going to miss a few of these for sure. We're going to miss them and we're going to see them from the inside, the outside, from somewhere. And most likely I'm going to see it when I'm painting it. Because I'm going to come back and repaint the whole entire building and whatnot. And I'll be fixing up these shutters and sides and all of that stuff as we go. But ultimately, there's going to be a box that I miss. And there's also some boxes that I'm not going to be able to get to because they're in between something else. They're like in between this wall and the other wall and whatnot. And there's no sides in which I can click on it. And that's okay. We'll let those slide. Oh, we can upgrade our stuff too. I forgot to upgrade our ladder there. And again, we got to wait for these to dry and then upgrade them again. Yeah, all right, looking good there. Okay. Looks good. Kind of feel like we might want to put a door out the front. Right here to go across. We'll get to it later. Now, while we were doing that, doing an amazing job of upgrading all that, and we'll let the rest of that stuff go. Over here, bullet-proof glass en masse. Boom, more to queue up. Over here, we'll queue up some more. Another 30 minutes there. 49 minutes there. And there we go. So now we got a bunch of bulletproof glass. And we can alternate back and forth, back and forth. I feel like I have a good chance of getting this done by day 50. I feel like we got a good chance of getting this all in and having this bottom layer covered up nicely. A little too high there, right there. There? No. That was right. That was right. Okay. Hate wasting it, but sometimes you just got to test it. And you're going to waste a few of these along the way. That's just a given. It's okay. I try not to waste too many, though. So that's a precious resource. There we go. I just want to connect that across there so we can establish that height level. Like that. We can also run it from the sides here. We know we're going to get this done now. We know we're going to eventually fill this in because we have enough resources to do so. Now it's just a matter of time and effort.
So the first trade run netted.
Look how much we got done, everybody. We got the whole side done, and then also the landing area there and whatnot. get that going. And this is for our garden and also to protect us against birds. Now, the cool thing is, too, is when you look up and there's some birds up there, you'll be able to see the birds, and you can run up and blast them if you want to. I can't wait to see how this game is in the hard mode with Alpha 19. Also, this prevents against crawlers jumping up on the top level and then getting down to where you are. Helps a good amount, though they can still go down the ladders. I'll eventually put hatches over all the ladders. And the hatches actually, those they won't go all the way up. There'll be a ramp there, or a hatch, and then ramps around there, not right where the thing is. Otherwise, you couldn't open the hatch. You get the idea. And there we go. Oh, if we only had more. Look how much more we got to go, though. Not very much, though. Just right there. Just this little corner. Let's count. Let's count. I'm going to estimate how much that is. That's about, let's say, 100, 200, 300. I'd say 4, maybe 500 more bulletproof glass. And that's GG. And that's all we have left to do. Just that one part there. And then we can color in the base. And then the base itself is done. Then we're going to work on basically embellishments to the base, which is the cage area up above. So on the outside edge, there'll be a bunch of bars, which we call the cage. And the rest of this will be open except for these sides. These sides will be closed off. We'll have a glass that goes out. We'll have some pillars. We're going to have towers in the corners, which is going to run all of our power. I always love to have lots to do in game because I love the building part. The building part is the part I like the most. Not the questing, not the shooting zombies, not all of that. Though I do enjoy that. But that's the part I enjoy more than anything. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to let this run for a little bit. This is going to run for a few minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, stretch my legs, and I shall be back. So I'll go ahead and just sit right up here in this upper level. Let's say right here. You can watch peeps come in and out of the base. And I shall be right back.
we got more of those than.
I answered your question. Well, there you go. There, Lucen. I do that a lot. That's why they call me Kismet. I answer people's questions before I even read them in the chat. So there you go. All right, back at it, ready to rock. We let that run just a little bit. Now we got a little bit more. We can go ahead and run out. Now we don't want to do this too much. We'll go ahead and let that run. I like to get up and stretch my legs every couple hours. Earlier today, I went for like 5 hours and I didn't stretch my legs. Good to get up when you're at the computer for too long and take a break. I always feel like I am more into the game when I take a break and come back. I don't get too exhausted. You're like, Kismet, you get exhausted playing games? No, I get exhausted breathing. I get exhausted just being alive at this point. That's what happens when you get older, everybody. It's just exhausting to breathe in and out all day. That is for sure. Because your batteries run out quicker, right? I've said this multiple times on stream, but it's kind of like that old phone that you have that only holds about 10% charge anymore. That's what getting older is. You feel the same. Still feel the same ideas as when I was in my 20s. Still think relatively the same, except for, I grew up a bunch. Stop thinking about myself all the time. Care about other people other than myself. Like that.
That old movie batteries.
All right. There we go. Looking good. Oh, that's looking awesome. I love the look of that, man. I love the look of that with the garden down below that Anon did such a great job on. And I built the outer wall. I worked on all the these are turret pedestals, by the way. You're wondering what these things are? You put your turret on there, and it shoots all the mobs when they break into the inner part. Now, usually we don't come down the bottom part unless they break to the inner part. And they'll probably do that eventually, especially when I crank it up. But again, once we get this all the way across here, then I'll start adding hatches. And then we'll go from there. And then the whole bottom part of the base will be protected against mobs getting in that lower part of the base. Now, while we're waiting, also this adds the awesome ability to go up the ladder and then just turn right around and run to the house. Right? That is really, really cool. It really does make it easier to go in and out of the house, so you don't have to keep running down and up and down and up to go wherever you want to do. And that's why I usually put bars there, is so that I have a bunch of bars to run across. And then you can also shoot through the bars if the mobs get in your base. We're just going to hope they don't get in our base. And if they do get in our base, then we're just going to go down the hatch and try to wipe them out. I still got to put in the ladder that goes all the way to the roof area. Try to get that in while we're waiting. Now we're doing this battle. 6 more minutes on this battle. About 15 more minutes. Just a heads up, everybody. About 15 more minutes and we're going to head out. I like to get my heads up because sometimes they're way the heck out there. But they got flying vehicles now, so they can get back fairly quickly. But I like to get my heads up because in about 15 minutes, I'm just going to straight up restart the server. Going to straight up restart the server. If they keep coming back late every single time, then I'm just going to start restarting the server on them. If somebody's always late, don't let them keep being late. Because the problem is it just gets worse and worse over time. Like when your kids are being late for stuff, it just keeps being worse. And then they're 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 30 minutes late. And it just like perpetuates itself. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Rarely ever gets better. Because if people are late, they're going to just keep being late. And I ran late yesterday. That was me running late. But I do like to get out on time because I got to come back again in the morning, 9 a.m. And I'm going to have to get a little extra sleep tonight because I was really struggling to get up today. But we got up. We got lots of done and satisfactory, which was awesome, man. We have so much power over there that I was just making whatever I felt like making and overclocking stuff, which I rarely ever overclock at that level. I just have a lot of fun doing that. Oh, this is awesome. Look at them trees growing up there. Look at them growing out nicely. See, and that's why I use the pines. The reason why I use the pines is because they thin out as opposed to the oaks, which widen out. I think they need the oaks for whatever stuff that they're making for trading. But they can do that in your other farm. I'm going to use the pines over here. The pines make it easier when you go up there to see your way around because the base of it is not so wide. And then the trees don't stay really low. That's why I did a bunch of different tree testing so I can see which one grows the quickest and which one clears your vision the quickest for when you go up there. Wow, I think we got that. I think we got all that done. Holy moly. We got to come back and put some plates underneath some of these so the dirt doesn't fall through. All right.
8 stone kits or 8?
Let's go around and see if I've forgotten anywhere.
How many med kits do we have?
We might be ready to. We might be ready to fill all this in. Awesome.
I have 4 on me from just pressing
Let's go ahead and see if we can do
Unless
under all of this. This is the trickiest stuff to do, is to do the stuff underneath or behind your crafting. Now, I can actually pick up these benches. Me or any of my allies can pick up the benches wherever I land claim block. And there's a land claim block right there, which is why I can move stuff around in the base. And so they can go ahead and do that, but I try not to take stuff out because it just takes a lot of extra time to take it out, put it back in, and whatnot. Let's go ahead and try to get this upgraded now. And I kind of left this because I was going to use the color of it, but I kind of already know what I want to do. Gotta get just on that edge. There we go. We got to come back and upgrade those again.
just queued up a bunch more bullet cases in the forge.
Sweet.
Since that forge was sitting there doing nothing.
So awkward. Like a little spot. See, it worked over there, but sometimes not working over here. Gotta find that spot so it doesn't think you're using the workbench. Huh. Did I already upgrade that one? Yeah, see, I already upgraded that one because it's saying I don't have any steel. I actually already got that one. Gotta get this one. I just left the color there so I could pick the color up later. Alright, got that going. We need to make another workbench there. All of that. Again, let's go look. Did we forget to upgrade these? I think we did. So, yeah, like I said earlier, there's always some of them you're going to forget to do. A few of them you're going to miss along the way. And I'll upgrade them and always come back and do another pass just to see if I got them all. And some of these are colored in like they're wood, but that's just me painting them that way. And whatnot. I got those from the outside. Those are all gotten. Let's go upstairs. Oh, we forgot to do our railings. Let's clean up our railings. Let's do our supports. Railing. We already did all that railing. That's an offset pole right here. Offset pole. Right there. Man, we're getting down to it. There's a lot of work, though. A lot of work. Now, this has what it's kind of like a circular frame around it, holding this up, and I'm still deciding whether I like that or not. Whether I want that to be like that or just be straight up support poles. I'm still deciding at this very moment. Well, while I'm deciding that that deep question of whether I should put that frame in or not, let's go ahead and do a battle. Let's go get you guys some gold. Let's go. All right, open the salvage chest, click OK. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep playing, but we failed. That happens sometimes, everybody. Just a few more peeps. We might have had that one. Might have had it. Now, that's it for today because I'm at 11:50, so we're not going to run any more battles for right now. But I will be back in the morning, be running battles all day while I'm streaming. We're not going to be doing any battle. I only do the battle mode typically when we're in an event, just so you guys can get a bunch extra event stuff. But we're going to be playing some during the day, so we'll be playing some 76. I'll be working on my character, and then on Thursday night, we'll be working on score and battling and doing all of that stuff during that time. All right? So we'll come back to that. We'll get that going big time. All right. Now, I've kind of decided that, you know what, screw it. I'm taking these out. I upgraded them, then thought, I'll just have straight up support poles. Yeah, I like that better. Better to leave them as wood because they're easier to take out, like that. There we go. Yeah, that's nicer. I like that better. All right, now we're going to need a little bit of glass up here. And again, this glass takes a really, really long time. But then again, that's when you know you're at like the highest peak level of building in this game, is when you're using your bulletproof glass. Now, some of these, this one right here, is open to down here. And we've noticed that if you leave it open like that, sometimes what happens is the actual dirt itself gets knocked out of there. It falls through. So what I'm going to do is act as a little support here. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this around. I'm going to put that right under there so it doesn't fall through. I've already done it on these ones over here, which you can't it's hard to see because it's glass, but I've put a plate under there because if we didn't have a plate there, you'd be able to see the bottom of the dirt, not all the lines that you can see. Now also in some of these other rooms we might need it, so let's go ahead and look around for anywhere that we might need to do that. See right over there. I'm just going to take out the molding wherever it's necessary. Actually flattens the molding out. Notice it squares off the molding when you do that, which I think is kind of a cool thing. That I need to take out, but I got one right here. Alrighty, guess we're putting the thing in. Let's see, what else we got? Anything in here? Nope, those line up nicely. How about over here? Nope, those all line up nicely there. Perfect. All right, awesome. Awesome, awesome. We can come back and we could try to fix all the molding and stuff, but I'm just going to leave all that as it is. And we're going to upgrade that. All right. How are we doing on time? Another 7 minutes. So I got 7 minutes to check this outside, see if we got anything else, and then we'll be ready to upgrade. How about these? So let's upgrade these shutters too. Oh, I just lost out. Let's upgrade those shutters. Let those dry. We'll come back and we'll paint those back to shutters. If I remember. Hopefully I do. Actually, you know, a great thing to do is if we had our thing, we could go like this. We don't have any stuff. We don't have any stuff. Okay, I gotta switch headphones. Or earphones. In this case. Can't hear. I can't play games without sound. Can you guys play games without sound? Put a one in the chat if you can play games without sound. I cannot. I gotta have the sound, Matt. And I'm partially deaf in one ear too, so it makes it not easy. But headphones make it a lot easier. I can hear a lot easier with those. Okay, need a little bit of that. We're doing our stuff up here. Still feel like I should put a door right there. I feel like I totally should do a door. Okay, so one of these is already dried right there. And so before I go along and take this all out, what I can do is go through and just pick up that texture and run back and just paint that one as a reminder. And that should remind me to come back and paint all those later. That's looking good. Oh, by the way, guys, if you missed it earlier on stream, we were talking about the bulletproof glass. You can't put your vehicles on the bulletproof glass. But what you can do is just put a frame down and put your vehicle on the frame and then just pick up the frame. And then it will put it down for you. Just a little heads up.
Good to know, thank you.
Oh, yeah, we're going to build that thing in up there, too. Oh, still tempted to do that. Let's work on our shutters, other side. I like to have lots of entrances and exits, usually one on each side to make it easier. That no longer has its shutters on it. Must have taken them off. That's okay. We'll put them back on by just using a concrete frame. Or wait, actually, let's do this. Even easier. They actually added plates to this instead. So I don't have to upgrade it twice. I'm going to just upgrade it once. Oh, I'm going to go into advanced. I can also do on face, but I find a lot of times on face is just more annoying than it's worth. Sometimes it's worth it. There we go. Now the cool thing about that is I only got to do it once and it will upgrade, and I'll just let it run. When you're fighting the Scorchbeast Queen, well, there you go. I actually love the Scorchbeast Queen battle. It's one of my favorite battles in game. It's because it pulls everybody out to come and be part of it. I love that about it. All right. Oh, we're going to go painting crazy next time. We're going to have a good time. What's this? Got little wood frames under here. There we go. That's glass frames under there. There we go. All right. Anything else? I don't know. That's looking pretty rock solid. Looking awesome. How much time we got? Oh, God. See, it just makes me want to go right into painting mode and do this for like 5 hours. Just sit here and go, all right, boom, boom, and just paint this in. So we're going to paint this in to look like it's wood. You're like, oh, God, Kismet, you made that into concrete and now you're going to make it look like wood? Yep. Yep, sirs. This is just so I know it's nice and sturdy. We also cleaned it up because it looked like it was burnt toast. We cleaned that all up. Oh, wait, there's one upgrade right there. See, there's always one I miss. There's always a few I miss. Get out there. Gotcha. You don't want to paint those until those are dry. And now we just paint in the rest of this. We'll work on the exterior. Very rarely do I do this early, by the way. This is usually after day 100 or something like that, that I'll do that. Now, see how we've got one underneath there that we need to color? Now, I could go underneath here and color it this way, but I can also use like a brush that basically, like it's a gigantic paint bucket that just throws the paint around the whole thing, but then some of the other stuff is going to get painted too. So you got to watch out for that. But overall, we can go in and we're going to repaint all the interior of that anyway. We want to paint the exterior of this right now. We're just going to paint that in. I love this stage of the game when you can just, you know, do whatever you feel like doing because you got all your stuff squared away. You got all your food, water, and all of that squared away. Now, you know, some of you might be thinking, Kismet, there is no way you'd be able to do that, to do it at this level without your crew. And that's exactly true. That's exactly true. There's no way at day 45 I would be doing something as extravagant as this without my peeps. But my peeps know that going into it because they know this is what I like to do and this is what I'm going to do, is to build these big bases like this and entertain all of you guys because I know you guys love to watch me build the big bases and this to us to use the bases on Horde Night to see how well they work. So maybe in the future when you go to build your base, you might learn a technique that you like, or even better, a technique that you can improve upon, make it even better in your base. So awesome. So that's why I do a lot of these builds and whatnot. And also to just, you know, take it to another level. I've done thousands of builds in here now, or hundreds of builds in here now. And so I do like to try different things like restoring. We're restoring this house and restoring this building to look like it's brand new again. With a beautiful garden and a nice deck here with a painted thing. We've got a nice area that goes around the outside, and we colored it all in nicely. And now we're just going to finish it up. Now we got it all filled in. We earned our just rewards. Oops, I didn't want to do that. We'll come back and fix that later on. Hope I didn't upgrade these either. Hold on. Get these upgraded as well. I just love the fact that it's cement, that I know that it's rock solid, so the mobs aren't going to break into our base. But it still is looking aesthetically awesome as well. And you'd never know. See, you guys know, but no one else would know once I get this painted all in that it wasn't actually made out of wood. We're going to do all that ceiling a different color. Got to get up under here. Get these ones. Little edges there. Interior, top edge. That edge over there. We made that into a block. Made that into a block, so it's going to be hard for me to color this. See, if I use the... see, I was only going to use the blocks here, and then I forgot, and I started filling that in. So it's hard for me to color that in. Now, what I can do is go like this. Here's a great little trick. Use this thing, the paint roller, and just like boom. And you try to paint it in, like you take this one out, and you try to paint it underneath there. But it doesn't always work. It doesn't always does. It's like a 3x3 grid that it does, right? So maybe one in the middle and then one out like that, 3x3. And it doesn't paint under stuff. So that's a bummer. That's a bummer when you want that to paint really quickly for you. You can. If you get that down, it actually works pretty great. But me, I like to go one at a time, because then I'm not overpainting. I feel like overpainting is more annoying than painting it one at a time. But I don't know, we might use it on the roof a little bit, just to try to speed that roof painting along. And we're probably going to use this same stuff here. And let's just give it a go, right? We're going to go right here, and we're going to say, okay, we're going to paint roller this. Boom. Then it does a whole bunch. If you do it just right, it goes nice and fast. Like that. Oh, a little too far there. Right there. Boom. And so on. There we go. Quick and easy. Got that done. Over here, same thing. It's good for getting in the little nooks and crannies, too. Now, watch out right here. If I do this, it might hit this over here and get that. Now, also, it's changing a little bit of this because this actually is painted a different way. It's painted... oopsie. It's painted a different way. It's not a flat texture. Put that back. See the difference? How some it had lines in there, and this one has lines across it, and the other one does not. Let's do this. But it's easier to come back and just touch up this a bit, so it has those lines. And that just gives it like difference, right? A difference in the look of it. Right? So you don't want it all to kind of be exactly the same. If everything's exactly the same, it all runs together, I find. You want to have a little bit of variance in what you're doing to give it a little bit more pizzazz. You got to get all these little nooks and crannies up above. We even accidentally hit some of this over here. That's funny. We'll come back and fix all of that later. Let's get this up here. Liking that. Maybe on this outer edge. Put that in. I don't know if I like that yet, but we'll go like that. And this whole top edge here, what we're going to do is we're going to use some Spanish tile right here, aka the clay roof. And then we're going to use our texture, and then again we'll go 1, 2, and it should fill it in. Hello. I got the right one. Try it again. Boom. There we go. All right. There we go. Not too bad. Again, when you're filling it in, make sure you're at least one block down. And we might have a little bit of overlap. One block over. Yeah, right there. This one right there. We get that done pretty quick. But sometimes it all of a sudden does something way over there. Watch out for that, because that was kind of weird there. Look how awesome this is, though. Look how great this looks. Love this game. It's so great. I feel like this is one of the best things they've added to the game. The ability for you to go in and just texture out. Oh, got that wall a little bit. It's okay, we'll come back and fix it. Same thing here. We'll come back and get that. I feel like it's one of my favorite things that they came in and they added all of this texture stuff in here. So sometimes it's weird it didn't get that one, right? Why didn't it get that one too? I don't know. I just play the game. I don't make the game. But no matter how you look at it. Oh, look at that. See what happened? It spread it all down there. See, and I find I have more time going down there and fixing all of that than the time of doing it individually. But we made it a commitment to it now. We'll have to go fix it later on. We'll have to fix that. That was my bad. I knew it was going to happen at some point. It happens every time I do that paint roller. Every time. But it does look amazing. Looks amazing. Look at that. Beautiful. I was going to just come over here and just wipe this off. Like that. I'm waiting for my peeps to log out. Alright, peeps. I'm waiting for you to log out, bro. They always run over. They always run over every time. I swear at some point I'm just going to literally just log out. Log out on them. Now look, see, I accidentally hit that over there too. Now another great thing to do is to have a brush with multiple things on it. Like this one, and then this one, say, is this wood here. You can have a whole bunch of brushes, and it works pretty great. Oop, wrong way, this way. It works pretty great to fix that kind of stuff. Now down here, look at this. So we'll get this brush, and we'll say, you know what, my bad. Oops, other way. And say, I didn't even know you could paint dirt. I think that was a pretty stroke of genius on Anion's thing here, that he thought of putting the hay down where the food is. That just looks so great, bro. It does not look great. I love to watch people when they innovate like that, when they just think of genius level stuff. All right, that looks awesome. Things that look really cool. Look at this. Look at this over here. Uh-oh, we got to pick up this texture now. Put that down. This one we'll just erase. That one we'll erase. Anything else? No. And then we'll pick up this texture. It's not that hard to go in and fix it. But again, I feel like I find myself fixing more than anything else. And let's go ahead and grab that. Let's just put this around on the skirt here. Yeah, I feel like I like the Spanish tile down more than I like the wood down. And I feel like we'll probably put that wood up under there too, with the Spanish tile edge. Yeah, I think I like the Spanish tile edge better. I think it makes it look more like a roof than the wood does. That's just me. All right, oh, they logged out. Okay, cool. Let's finish this up. Kind of like that. I like it. Yeah, look how nice that frames that, right? Really makes it pop. Really makes that edge pop there. That's cool. I like that. I wish I could get that block right there. That block. We can take that out and come back and put that block in, if we so choose. Yeah, it's because I got that pole there that I can't square that. I got those two poles there, so I can't square that out. Oh well. All right, let's get this done so at least I don't forget this next time. We'll come back. I gotta go. I gotta go. Wow, that looks awesome! Oh, I like that much better. What do you guys think in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you like that. Garter's turned Spanish. I fixed it, bro. I fixed it. I love this. This is a genius idea, bro. I love the fact that you figured out you could do hay there. I think that's like the best looking garden ever. Yeah, I'm loving it. I love that. Pretty awesome. We're going to go in. We're going to finish the rest of that. We're going to do the top side. Now, the top side, I think I'm going to do a little bit different than the bottom, so it has a little variety, so it doesn't all look exactly the same type of wood. And we'll try to figure that out next time. We're going to be back on Saturday for more 7 Days to Die, but we'll be back in about 9 hours from now playing some Fallout 76. We'll be just working on my character, and then in the nighttime, that's when we'll be doing events with my crew and all of that. All right, let's get out of here because I don't want to make the Horde Day run, and then I'm in here by myself on Horde Night. And I think we'll get Horde Night on Saturday if this clock works properly, because last time it was day 40, and it took 4 hours to get to day 42 for some reason. But there we go. I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing. We'll figure it out next time. Boom. We out. We out. Time to go to my office, give you guys some love, and head out. Where's my office button? Right there. All right, let's go. Now, when I get in creative mode like that, and I'm really on a roll, and I'm really liking what I'm doing, I just want to sit there and finish the whole entire thing. It is really hard to stop. Right there, that's really hard. You got to have some really self-control to stop. Now, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I want to get a bit more sleep this night so I can go Thursday, and then I got to go Friday night, and then Friday during the day, and all of that. Oh, you wanted to drive by, Ro? Well, I'm actually cancel that because we're already now into here, but we'll do that next time. I'll just give you your caps back or your thing back for that. We'll do that next time, bro. So we're going to go ahead and head out. We're not going to get on a raid right now because, again, I'm being bad. But we'll get back into it. I'm trying to do a whole nother thing for my raids and stuff. We'll get that rock and roll. Now, if you'd like to know my schedule, there it is right there in the chat. It's Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Then Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. So 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 9 a.m., 9 p.m. All week long, Monday through Thursday. Then on Friday, 9 a.m. And then on Saturday, Sunday, 9 p.m. and 9 p.m. again. So very easy to remember, right? Whatever time it is for you in about 8 hours and 45 minutes from now. That's what time it is for you. And then that time again at nighttime. Daytime and nighttime. Daytime and nighttime. You get it. And that's why I put it like that, so it's easy for you guys to remember. So you can also check out all my social media there. Go check out the Twitter. Hit the follow button while you're over there. Go check it out over there. It's got my schedule with all the stuff. Also down below in the panels, offline message on the Discord, and all of that is my schedule of what I'm playing on what days. Go over, check out the YouTube. Thousands of videos up there, including guides and other cool mega builds that I've done in 7 Days to Die and in Fallout 4 and other games. And whatnot over there. You can also check out the website, kismet.gg. Lots of cool stuff up there, including a bunch of unboxing videos that I've done. All my studio equipment. So if you are an aspiring streamer, want to know what microphone I'm using, or if you're looking to put a machine together, like what video card or what RAM is Kismet using in his, though mine's a bit older, but go check it out. Including a bunch of links to all of that stuff on Amazon. And it does help out the stream. You do follow some of those Amazon links. They are affiliate links, full disclosure. It's going to make me 0.000001 of a penny. And I'll take that 0.0001 of a penny and I'll put it right back into the stream. So there you go. So if you are going to buy something on Amazon, make sure to use that link down below the stream. It does help a lot. To get $1 here and $1 there over a long period of time, and then put that $1 back into giveaways here and make little moments of joy here in the stream. Since you're going to buy stuff on Amazon anyway, every time you go to buy something on Amazon, use that link, and then pow, it helps out the stream. It's kind of like a passive thing, right? You're going to do it anyway, and you can help out the stream at the same time. I do appreciate that. And also go check out the Discord. Post your mega builds over there, your pet picks. We got a lot of great pet picks over there. Your favorite memes, all that kind of fun stuff. Throw that over there. Make sure to read the rules before you go in there if you haven't already done so. Click that check mark after you read the rules, and then you get into all those different sections, and you can post your pictures and do all of that. Now, let me give you guys some extra love. There's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 for making it all the way to the end of the stream. With an additional, let's see how good you guys did on the retweets. Let's go take a look. And I accidentally closed it. I got to open it back up again. We got 5 retweets. All right, an extra 1,000 kids cash for those 5 retweets. Thank you very much for that retweet love, everybody. And that's it for me, man. I just want to sit there and go paint that for like the next 6 hours. I just finished that up. But we got to run out, and we're going to leave it so we can work on a little bit more. And then, of course, we'll have Horde Night next time. Hopefully, we'll see. Now, it's on Saturday, so Saturday I can run a bit over, and it's not as bad because I don't have a stream early morning. It's like playing games all night long and then have to go to work in the morning. That's pretty much the same kind of thing where if I stream too late, then I am wrecked for the next day. So let's head out, everybody. Again, we'll see you in the morning in about 8 hours and 45 minutes playing some Fallout 76. All right? Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye, everybody. Hey everybody, Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.